What's up, everyone? We are back to do another Beer Flow show, kind of taking it to the old format a little bit tonight with just the three amigos as we try to get back into it. It got a little crazy over the last couple of weeks, so kind of just brought it back to the originals, kind of a little bit crazy, trying to keep all the order and stuff, which is fine. A lot of beer news, a lot of beer stuff to cover. Of course, myself, Rajay, here with Todd, here with Eric as well. Welcome everyone there to chat, and you guys have definitely been some chatty Cathys out there, kind of going crazy. And guess what? I'm not going to read all those comments. You guys are pre-show, so we're going to start after the fact of when we showed up here. So, but I'm glad you guys were commenting and entertaining yourselves out there. Big shout out to DIP Outdoors, Vanessa Kitty, Maeve in the house. We also got Eclectic Beard. We also have Blake TV. We also have Jeremy Vincent. We have Erie Nicole. And who am I missing? Anybody? Am I missing anybody there, fellas? Anybody you see that?
Did you get Blake?
Did you get Blake? How come you miss Blake? I mean, we'll never hear the end of it when we miss
Very
Blake.
True.
Yeah,
Very
so
true.
Blake's in the house. Yeah. Alan had one thing in there. He's like, he's never going to get to all these comments. Like, you're right, because I'm not going to read all these comments.
That's right.
Those are pre-show comments. We're skipping pre-show. But nice history lesson in there by Nave if you didn't see the pre-show comments, where he talks about women in handling the drinking and creating the drinks, all the beer, because of which women were the first brewers. Historically, they say. In fact, the folklore around witchcraft is out of brewing, which is really the big witch pot that you see is often seen as where women used to brew, basically stirring the brew and things like that. So there's some ties back to that as well. But welcome to everyone. Erie said just got caught up trying to get the kids down. But Nave, what you got? And Vanessa is skipping pre-show history lesson by Nave. Please say it ain't so. It's so. It's so. Nave educated you all. You all caught all the comments there. That's the good thing about YouTube. The comments live on forever. Like Twitter, when people tweet and they try to delete their tweet, like, what are you doing? You already hit enter. You cannot delete your tweet. It's already been screenshotted. So people in business should learn that, and politics. But anyway, we're going to talk about some beers. I'm going to actually crack open a couple of beers here. The one I'm going to crack open is one I'm going to finish as my last one from Hoof Hearted, which is the Don't Microwave It, Don't Boil It, which is their sour IPA. So I'm going to have that one here. And then I also got one from Land Grant when I rolled up to Columbus a few weeks ago, and it is the Make Mine Irish, and it's Irish coffee stout. So
Nice.
as we head into March next week and St. Patrick's Day, so got to start getting Irish beers in there as well.
St. Patty's Day, laddies.
St. Patty's Day, yeah. Nate says, well done, Rod. I'm impressed. I do what I can. Man,
these comments I'm watching, we're just rolling and rolling.
Blake says, cheers, everyone. Smash that like. Nate's up there. Tradition and history say women controlled the booze. They did. It goes back to even like Mesopotamia, but women were seen as kind of the first brewers, which is kind of weird when you think of the industry being dominated by men, how women kind of got pushed from it. But, you know, and then when women get into it, they kind of get some stuff thrown their way. They shouldn't, of course. But it's like those people doing, like, you know, women like were brewing before men were. So it's kind of stupid when you think about the way some guys try to treat women in brewing. Let me see here. Eric, what are you drinking right now?
Well, I'm trying to finish off my last three of the Miller High Lifes.
Miller High Life. We're gonna talk about Miller here in a bit too, of course. So
yep.
We're gonna talk about Miller. And Todd, what do you got there?
I'm drinking the 401 Cake from Taxman Brewing Company. It's a Belgian-style brown ale with chocolate, coconut, and vanilla.
Ooh, Taxman, good stuff as always.
These
I do like their artwork.
These two guys are drinking craft. I'm drinking macros, just for the record.
We all got to represent. That's all right. We all got to represent.
Nothing wrong with that.
I actually had a couple earlier tonight. So earlier, I actually had an IPA from a new brewery, which Todd probably knows about because they're out of Louisville. It was Gravely Brewing Company. I had their Debaser, which is a New England IPA. Do you know about them already?
Where'd you get that at?
Keystone, one of our Keystone places up here. It's like a restaurant with beer and stuff. So,
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were distributing like that.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Now Gravely is one of the top, I don't know, two or three in Louisville, probably, in my opinion.
Nice. Yeah, was there?
It's a cool brewery because it's all kind of like music based. So like right behind their bars, like all these old school like boom boxes and like.
Whoa!
I don't know what happened there, but it's like I don't know. You said music, maybe Ozzy Osbourne took over your mic or something, but they have what behind the bar?
This stupid computer. It's my laptop from work. I don't know why I keep doing that.
It's like Darth Vader took over or something. But it's like you said they had the music set up and like everything behind the bar. What else do they have?
Yeah, so they got like all these old boom boxes and turntables and speakers like your old systems that you used to have. It's pretty cool. So it's kind of like music themed.
Awesome.
Like their glassware and stuff has like the music charts and stuff on it. It's kind of cool.
That is pretty cool.
Vanessa, you crack me up.
Yeah, I agree, Vanessa.
I'm going to see some of these comments here. See, what comments can I get to here? Let's see. So we started at 9:15, so I'm going to start at 9:15 and see what we had there. Everybody's saying cheers. Doing good, Nate. Cheers, man. Let me see.
Extreme elements.
See, that's cheating, and cheating is wrong. Just ask the Astros. So there's some cheating there.
I gotta get another beer. I pounded this first one down, man.
Well, it's Miller Lite, so.
Well, no, it's High Life.
Oh, sorry, High Life. Tbilisi, Georgia, Stone Age farmers who lived there 8,000 years, aged with the hillsides there were once decked with grapevines. I've not brewed booze yet, but I am sure it is in the cars. Brewing is fun. Let me see here. Nice name. And that's when he told Erie, tradition, and history, so women control booze. Not much you're doing. Back to mobile, to Louisiana, to look at a camper from Danny. Thought she might need a bit of help with Alan. Doesn't she always? Gilbert's in the house says, cheers, fools. Erie said, I can't believe the name women control so much. Of course, they controlled a lot of the brew. I mean, original brewers. Yeah, we see your cans, Eric. Let's use a frying pan ready. That works too. And large briskets, corn from March, homemade slices of rye made into Reubens. And Erie Nicole, y'all have the power of the peace. So yes, y'all have all the control. Patriarchs for those that didn't understand how to use it right. He's already fallen for master plan, get Erie a farm. That's how good women control everything is. See, they're growing a farm. They got chickens now. I remember when Mom and Dad at the Waffle House used to get the egg pan after us. We were too loud after coming in there too drunk. Getting chased out of the Waffle House. And I think you got this cover, babe. The Demons joined in. It sounded like a Kiss concert for a bit. Yeah.
I apologize, guys. I apologize.
Sipping on DuPont Monk Stout. Very nice. Yeah, we no clue what you're talking about. Might be because we got inebriated. Some Blue Oyster Cult. That noise would be nice. Let me see. Okay, I think that's all the comments there. So,
yeah, that's funny.
As I start to talk about some of the stuff here, first of all, again, last night I did it on the show. Got to give the thoughts out to the people there at Miller for what happened to them at the Miller Brewery up there in Milwaukee, which took place yesterday. If you didn't know, they had the shooting up there. They said it was 5 people that were killed instead of 6. So 6, I think, total, including the shooter. Dude got fired and shot up the place, which sucks. And again, kind of crazy that stuff happens. And so they're dealing with all of that. They were set to actually do a giveaway for free 24 packs to celebrate Leap Day. So the first 5,000 submissions via their website and everything set up, but that took place, so they did cancel the giveaway because all the stuff now is getting everybody taken care of and the more serious issues. So kind of sucks that people were, looking to have a little fun there and do stuff, and then one asshole kind of ruined it. So. Yeah. Thoughts out to them again for what they had to go through and what they're dealing with there. And like I said, I have some friends and people I know up in the Milwaukee area, and hopefully they or any of their family weren't affected, but definitely sad for those that were.
Yeah. I mean, any one of us at any time can get our job eliminated, but if you're to the point of being that mentally unstable that you got to feel like you got to get them back by taking a gun to the workplace and shooting people up, you got bigger problems, way bigger problems.
Right.
It's crazy,
Stupid,
crazy world out there.
Yeah, it's stupid and it's I'll just say it's bullshit. Should have never happened. I mean, I understand people lose their jobs and they probably are very upset, but don't take a gun and shoot people up. Don't take it out on anybody else.
Right.
I guess I don't know how else to say it other than that.
Here's the thing that always gets to me is the people you go in shooting, then you turn the gun on themselves and kill themselves. Just kill yourself and be done with it. Why you got to do it to innocent people that have nothing to do with it? You know what I mean? Like if the end result you're gonna shoot yourself, then just do it and be done.
Do it at your own house and don't leave and bother other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was
it never makes any sense.
Thing. It doesn't. And then on the sound effect, Vanessa got an exorcism in that thing. Probably right. Todd, quick, slash your laptop and headsets with holy water.
I like that one. That was a good one, Jeremy. That's funny.
Ancient Indo-European cultures were not patriarchal. Both sexes had their roles and responsibilities, separate but equal. Got demon wear on there, son. Name someone that the feminists know that then. Living the high life. I tell you where feminism started, but YouTube will ban me again. Some beliefs are cold. Oh, yeah, we had that one there. Gilbert thought about malt liquor. People suck big time. Yeah, people do. But we've known that for a while. Fired employees are usually banned from workplaces. Wonder what happened there. Actually, when you're fired, I mean, when a lot of shooters have come back to their job, I mean, just because you're fired doesn't mean you can't get back into the workplace. There's not like, all of them don't have like security guards or something like that. You can easily get back in after being fired. If someone got fired from our job, he'd take an elevator to our floor and they'd be able to get in there and shoot through the glass with no problem.
I could be wrong, but I thought I read in this instance that he had somebody else's ID that allowed him back in.
He may have got someone else's ID for it, but I know
security, whatever. Yeah. So I think they took it from him and he got somebody else's and that's how he got back in. I think I could be wrong, but
I mean, he may have shot the guy he took it from or lady, whoever it was, but it was like a campus type setting. Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of places where you get fired and you can get back into buildings. Not everyone has enough security there. Yeah. Cut and paste at Google, silver drinking cup in shape of fist. Yeah, Boston Museum of Fine Arts, 1400, 1380 BC. Dave is such a history buff. It's awesome. Todd is 100% correct on that. See professional medical health. Stop trying to commit suicide by murdering others. Dolly's in the house eating a Reese's white chocolate cup. Yeah, I wish you were me. It's all about Dolly. Although it is time
Dolly, I don't wish I was you right now. I don't wish I was you.
It is about time for the Reese's eggs. I know people go crazy for those when they come out.
Oh, the eggs are good. Real good.
Be right back in a few. Got to go to the store. Daddy's making a store run. Sorry, net dropped out, Blake said. A lot of companies that work for you will not get beyond security. I did security in the past. Yeah. There's definitely some that have security, but there's definitely some that don't, that you can easily walk in. Dolly and Beanie, cheers. We don't ban people. We've had to get no trespassing, but the thing is they can get in before cops get places. It's crazy, right? So they have time to get in before the reaction. Jeremy said true to Erie. White chocolate isn't real chocolate. Why isn't it? I mean, it's still chocolate, right? So are we going to have a white and a brown chocolate thing going on? What's happening here? Why can't all chocolates? Gilbert, why can't all chocolates get along?
No, you're not going there. You're not going there.
I'm Mr. 25. Let's not have any chocolates being attacked on the show. Blake says, thumbs up to Erie. Chuck in the house. What's going on, Chuck? So you need a badge to get in the office at my job. Yeah, so for mine, you need a badge to get in, but you can easily get to the elevator and get to the floor, and it's like a glass entranceway. So if somebody wanted to get in, they can still get in by shooting out the glass. It's not like it's bulletproof glass. And guess what? You just walk in. You don't have to worry about the badge. We actually have stuff installed in our office that you're supposed to pull a blue switch and it alerts the police or something crazy is going down. But again, how long is it going to take the police to get there?
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, I don't work at a place that has any kind of security like that.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty much, you walk in the office, and my desk is about the first one there. So, and we actually had a person a couple of years ago that was, you kind of wondered he was a little off a little bit for sure.
Yeah.
And they let him go, and I was like, went out the door the whole time because like this is the dude that you can see being on the news.
You're like, hey man, I'm exposed on the front line. What's going on here?
That's right,
yeah.
But when you take a job, at least on my job, and maybe it's wrong with me or whatever, but I get to work from home now more. But when I go to the office, I take a look around and I kind of look at some people. I said, that might be a little bit of a shady person. I mean, there are certain people that you see act certain ways, and you're like, if they ever fire him, that might be the person that goes off. So we've had a couple people that had to escort out, like when they fired them, just in case. And one was a woman even, but she would talk to herself at work. And what was worse than just talking to herself, she would answer herself when she was doing it. Like, when she made a mistake, she'd be like, come on, get on it. It's like, I'm trying to get it back together, blah, blah. It's like, you're in a full-blown conversation with your stuff, and you're freaking all the people out around you right now.
That's sometimes the only way you get the answer you want to hear is
right.
Like,
we have to watch her. You always got to watch the IT guys. I mean, nothing against IT, of course, but IT guys get stressed the most in a company usually. So I always make sure my IT guys are happy and everything's going well. I always check in on them because I want them to know, hey, I'm your friend. I'm your friend.
Rod, I need a beer, Rod. I need one, man.
Let's talk about this. What were you going to say there, Eric?
I was going to say, one guy actually threatened to come with a gun in our job, and the police were just, boom, they were all around the campus, and they actually went to the guy's house, and they were like, what are you doing? I don't know if anything ever happened, but they had a police presence everywhere.
To make sure nothing went down, yeah.
And they went to his place and his mom's and their parents' place. It was a big ordeal, for sure.
Charlie says, drink number 1, you're not me. Number 2, you wish drinking your old stinky brew. There's an LOL. Gilbert, stop being a chocolate racist. Right? I was really more of a chocolate separatist, but I guess that would be a racist too. So the white chocolate is still all the days of the chocolate that make it chocolate. I love white or milk chocolate. Don't discriminate. Just see candy. I only like the milk chocolate.
Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go.
See, get to the lobby. Yeah, he said it took to get to the lobby on his as well, so it's a little bit different there. Which ours, we have guard security in our lobby, but they don't really know everybody going in. Like, they wouldn't know if you hire a new employee or whatever. They know most of the people, kind of, but like the one last year, I think it was last year, they had the shooting a block away from our office at the Fifth Third building. Down there, you have to have IDs to even get to their elevators or whatever. So we don't have something like that. You just have people kind of at that front desk or whatever. And I'm thinking if something went down, I don't know if the front desk guys can really stop anything. I mean, they don't even have flashlights. They just are there, They're
more of a presence for anything else.
Presence. Yeah. Armed security helps. Well, that can for sure. And the lobby is full of security. Yeah. In some places, it also depends on where you're working in your industry and how they staff and stuff too. Like if you try to get into the GE headquarters, which here in Cincinnati right now, they have security like crazy there and stuff. They pull out the red carpet for me. I'm allowed to be me. I work at a company. People just come in and we are out in the sticks. First thing you see when you walk in is me and my window. So guess I'm the first one going. That's it. I mean, when you're out there, like Todd was saying,
Same here, yeah. You need to start packing an MP5.
Yeah, and then I was at Erie. That's why you need to get a gun.
And learn how to use it.
White chocolate makes you fat and lazy. Actually, if you're taking chocolate, they do say dark chocolate is the one they prefer. Like they can actually have positive effects on your body, like the cacao, like over 91% or something.
Mm-hmm.
I work with you, Rod. I argue with myself all day. It gets bored. Everyone else is in the back office. Well, I mean, you argue. I don't know, having a full-blown conversation with yourself. I mean, maybe everybody's in the back office because you're freaking them out, Erie.
Yeah, wait.
Talking to yourself, look at people with the phones and Bluetooth devices on the street. Yeah, but they're like interacting with other stuff as well. Versus them, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with talking to yourself, I guess, but it's kind of like, I don't know. you're in the middle of doing, I don't know, and depending on what kind of conversation you're kind of having, if you're trying to hype yourself up, like in the gym, you'll talk to yourself to hype yourself up to get a weight or something, right? That you're trying to bench press up. You know, you're pumping yourself up, but you're there at work doing a work task and you're struggling with an Excel sheet and you're having a conversation of why you can't find the pivot tool, and then you're answering where the pivot tool is. A little bit different, is all I'm saying. A little bit different. I'm IT, and it's stressful as all get out, but teaches you how to deal with anything. LOL. Yeah, that's what I mean. IT, you get put under a lot of stress, and I think most people, the majority, obviously know how to handle and deal with it, but you can get some people that can just snap. I mean, and it's not saying IT people are the ones you have to worry about. Just I always worry about them being, because I know that they're most stressed usually in a company. So those are the ones I want to make sure are happy.
I'm not gonna lie. I've asked myself a question out loud and answered it too. So
yeah,
it happens.
But is it more like you're asking out loud because you're thinking to yourself and you're just thinking out loud?
So yeah, it may. We'll go that route. Yes, that's what I was doing.
It was, God, it was a look. It was
that's a little bit
for
different.
Lunch?
I think.
Oh, I'm gonna go get a burger. Yeah, that's what I have. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I ought to go do.
I mean, you look, like I said, like I mentioned the other day, I went to Columbus and there was a guy in the corner. He was having a full-blown conversation with himself and arguing with himself. I don't know which side was winning, left or right Twix. I don't know what was happening, but he was going back and forth arguing with himself. And you would say, this guy is not mentally stable. You would not want a gun in his hand. That's how this chick would be at work sometimes. It was just that way. And it was like, okay, when they fired her, they had security come just in case.
Yeah.
You want to ask somebody like a spider monkey. We used to think that people would talk to themselves or nothing. I was talking to themselves, Bluetooth, etc. I don't know if they're really talking to themselves. Because people are talking to other things. Now, people are talking to phones because people got lazy and it's like, hey, Siri, pull this up, or hey, Alexa, or whatever. Like, what's wrong with your finger? You just can't type it in yourself, or you can't do it yourself. I mean, then they get upset when people are like eavesdropping on them. Well, you're giving up all of your control by having all these things in there. So people are going to listen to you. Dark chocolate fudgy brownies.
Yum.
That does sound yum. Jeremy, I bet you're being watched. If Dolly's around, I know she's watching you. She's stalking you. Yummy Vanessa, let's share. Schools now, high schools have lots more lockdown. Friends are overhyped at Dolly. I know you're YouTubers and you definitely talk to yourself.
Yep.
The name.
Yeah. You do. Yep, you do.
I was raised in the South, so I know how to use a gun.
You would be surprised, Gary, how many people don't know how to use a gun.
Yeah. Todd, before she gets an MP5, she's 9mm to work her way up. So I would never go through the Call of Duty guns. Just get a PKM. You don't have to worry about anything.
There you go. That's right. You just unleashed.
Eric Gilbert, Boo Boo, don't kid yourself. Latest MP5 sold later this year, semi-auto version. Oh, by the way, away from the beer, but because 3/5 of the regiment is here, 1/5 is watching with Alan. March, the second week, is when they're dropping supposedly the King of the Hill type mode, where you're gonna have the battle royale version. So you're ready for your computer to probably upload for like 2 days.
Another day's worth.
Yeah. So second week of March is when that should drop.
Nice.
LOL Chuck. My granddaddy mumbles a lot. But it's not, I mean, mumbling is mumbling. It's, yeah. Friends are only good for moving day.
Friends are only good for moving day.
What is the deal with that, though? Because it's almost like, that's like the day someone moves. And people feel guilty asking friends to always help them move and stuff, too, I've realized. But moving day is like the worst day. Not the worst day to be a friend, but it's kind of like the worst day that you ask your friends for something. It's like, you know, you mind helping out. And a lot of the guys is like, hey, help us move. I'm going to have beer and pizza or whatever. Okay, I'm in. Or something like that, you know. But moving day is sometimes can be stressful to ask people to do it. Carry always where legal. Your self-protection is your responsibility. Talking to yourself isn't bad. It's only bad if your self talks back to you. Right. That's what I'm saying. This person would have to do herself talking back to her. So I get a little crazy. Talk to myself and occasionally answer myself. I think sometimes Blake talks to the bear and thinks the bear is Jeremy.
Speaking of a bear, why isn't he in the comments?
I ask myself consistently, only when I get good advice, LOL.
Whoa, wow, shots fired here. Shots fired.
Me too, Blake, all the time, but I'm already told I talk too much anyways. I've been seen at work. Yes, sir. LOL. I'm guilty of that too. And Todd, you're second guessing because you used to be told what to do by my girl.
Wow.
See, no,
Now ain't nobody tells Big Daddy what to do.
At work, when I sign contracts, I talk a lot. I answer myself all the time. When your inner self talks back and says you don't need another beer, never listen to that bad advice. Yeah. Shut up. No one's talking to you.
That's right.
I'm going to learn how to play that game that comes show y'all. Yeah, definitely come on in. Come on in. So the mode I never played will be second week of March. Not unless we squad up and see how far we can get.
Well,
Nothing wrong with Battle Royale. I mean, if they have the teams for Battle Royale, that's fine. I wouldn't do the individual, though, too, as well. But I would think they're going to probably have squads on there, too. I asked myself when I was a kid, I said, Blake TV, what do you want to be? That's when I decided to become Hash Brown, the champion. Jerry. Damn, Blake, I read that as a leprechaun. Oh, my God. Here we go. Well, come show us what? How to die consistently? Yeah. So this is going back to the Call of Duty for those of you who are actually watching right now. No, that's what I see when I watch you. So love and support from the wife, of course. So champion, get it, Blake, and get married already. Your bear called you. Yuri, not last night. Yeah, I was doing all right last night. I was actually doing bad last night. Yeah, so let's see here. So that was the Miller thing. I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but Lagunitas Brewing CEO resigns amid the slow growth. It's in the craft beer sector. I think Todd and Shannon, you guys were just getting back. So, but their CEO in California resigned, and not sure. I mean, slow growth plays into it, but also I think Heineken might be dipping their hands into the Lagunitas jar now, possibly too. So they might be having their fingerprints on that. Up where Eric is in Michigan, Myers opened a sushi restaurant and a craft beer bar.
Probably in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, it is Grand Rapids. So that'll be kind of interesting. And I don't know, it might get around more around the state. So I know you got a Meyer near you.
Hey, I'm going to go to Grand Rapids and I'm going to try to see where this is at. So there'll be a video drop.
Check it out.
There you go. Yeah. So sushi and craft beer. It's got an interesting concept to it. We have one place here called Drake's, and they, I think they're actually putting a Drake's out in Louisville too, Todd. But they do sushi in a restaurant, but they also have like craft beer in there too. So kind of a neat little concept. It's kind of weird going to a grocery store and sitting there eating. Like the Kroger in Ohio, they have taps and stuff, so people will sit there and they'll drink as well. But it's kind of like, I mean, we do it at Jungle Gym, so it's not. But Jungle Gyms, you're kind of like, it's like a whole weird experience when you go to Jungle Gyms. But going to Kroger, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm waiting for my deli meat to get made, so I'm gonna have a beer over here. You know,
I'll be back in about 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jungle Gyms is an experience all of its own.
Right.
Which I will go to when we get there next week.
Hey, we got to go to Braxton Labs too.
Braxton Labs,
for
awesome.
sure.
You like Braxton Labs?
Oh yeah. Especially the Rod J deals we got there. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, she works that Saturday afternoon. I don't know if she's there on a Sunday, but Saturday afternoon I know she's there. Hashtag Lapogo champion. I'm actually off that Monday too. Pretty much sums it up, Jeremy. If Dolly keeps it up, she'll be my next ex, you know? LOL. The gaming is improving. Remember when what respawns to you makes you stronger? Yeah, Vanessa will be the newest addition to the clan probably next month because she's going to be getting it for the laptop. Jeremy, I can Lapogo as well. Lapogo. Blake, you wish. I'm waiting on someone.
Ooh.
Who are you waiting on, Dolly?
Yeah, who are you waiting on, Dolly? Yeah.
Oh, well.
Drink.
Sushi and beer.
Sushi
and beer. Sushi and beer. No, I mean,
why not?
I mean, you could drink like Japanese. I have Japanese beer when I have sushi.
You can drink sake and
you can drink. Yeah. So what's wrong with a little craft beer? The champion 25. I got a man, but he's getting on my last one. LMAO, cheers, Dolly. Gas station sushi and beer. I don't know about that. Yeah. Hey, Rod J and crew, cheers. What is going on, Elbow?
What's going on, Elbow? Cheers, man.
They collected with you sushi, disgusting. Oh, Dolly, you got a weak stomach. Elbow, cheers, bro. And oh my God, Elbow 88. What's up, man? Jeremy. And a lot of top ran the 3 windows fine. Yeah, so Vanessa had all 3 of our streaming last night, which is pretty awesome.
Thank you, Vanessa, and thank you, Aaron, for watching my shit stream. Okay.
If I was home, I would have jumped on with you guys.
Sake was made to drink with sushi. Beer, not so much. Well, actually, sake is really a form of beer. And they do have beers they actually drink. Like if you go to Japan, you'll see them drinking things like Sapporo and Ichiban, all kinds of stuff. So that is what they do have with sushi there too. Cheers, gang. Sub elbow with the pimp ring.
Pimp ring.
The ring he was rocking the other night. But you're going to show up on Blake Street tomorrow. We need you. Just hide from Cutie, though. Cutie became one of Elbow's biggest groupies last time. On to Scaldi's Ambry. Medically prevented from eating sushi any longer. Is that called the mercury or something, I guess?
That could be.
Cutie is lit. He's always lit. Oh, Jeremy, I was trying to comment on each stream, too. That was nice. Spread it around. Always.
Thanks, Vanessa. Thank you.
I agree, Dolly. And Vanessa says hello also to Elbow. So there we go there. So we already know, because this I kind of already took an effect. I was going to say this last week, but last week I never got around to it. But like they were talking about how the spirits and beer companies are expecting a coronavirus hangover, which is happening already between some of the different things happening because of the shutdown. And now we know it's expanded out of just beer into other markets, as you've seen from this week, or if you haven't seen from this week. Maybe I've just seen it from this week because I worked with financial markets, but it's been a crazy week. It actually, they said this has been the work week thus far in history. In history, not the week of the Depression, not the week back in 87, 88, not the week back when the housing stuff, but this week was the worst in history, which says a lot. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm predicting we'll probably rebound just because we get paid tomorrow. When we get paid, we always buy higher in our 401k. We never get to buy it when it's low. So we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of craziness out there. But for as far as like some of the alcohol companies, they are definitely feeling the effect over there because China is such a huge market, and China have been getting more into spirits and things like that and to their economy. You're not having the consumption right now because of all the different things that are taking place. Let's see here.
China has the biggest population in the world, right?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be
plus with us being an outsourcing country, we get a lot of stuff out of there too. Vanessa said no, medically prevented from eating raw meats, fish, etc. And Dolly
you can get sushi cooked. You can get it cooked.
Yeah, you can get cooked sushi. Dolly said, "Where's Shannon?"
Laying in bed watching TV. She had a headache earlier, so.
Vanessa's that's what we're going on here. I drink curry with sushi, and I've done that as well too. What you eat can kill you. Exactly. Where's Shannon? Sidekick, where's your missus? She's stepping out. Jeremy, I'll check if I can. So Elbo's going to check about joining tomorrow over on Blake's. Heck yeah, definitely Elbo would be cool if you could stop by for a while. Massachusetts just asked that they have over 600 on home quarantine. Cali said they have over 6,000 on home quarantine. In Cali, Cali is such a big state. They have in Cali more than a lot of states combined alone. Mm-hmm. But there was the one case that took place. Flight attendant, we were talking about that at work today and yesterday, that she was a flight attendant from Japan back to LA, and they didn't know that she had it, but she had tested for the coronavirus. So then they had to track down the 53 people that are also on the plane, and then track down people they may have interacted with. So they're trying to narrow that stuff down. But I heard Long Island had like maybe 50-something cases there. I know Austin, Texas has 6 people, they said, down there as well. So I don't know. And they had the first case of it being found on an American that had no contact at all with foreign situations. So that's got them a little alarmed. You're here for an hour. You leave now. Buffet jokes, sons. 600 on home quarantine question mark for Alan. By Christmas, we shall all be exposed. We never know. They delayed my gifts. My boyfriend ordered because of that China thing, Butterfingers. Yeah, I mean, if you're ordering stuff out of China right now, which a lot of people usually get, plus, here's something else they were talking about, which I don't know how solid it's been proven yet. if it's actually on other things, supposedly, that might actually have it passing to people too. So like if you order something made in China, the virus could be on that object you actually receive as a concern. Hey everyone, having a diehard fan IPA from Stone. Cheers. I've not had that one. What do you think of that one, Foamy?
I haven't had a beer from Stone, and I couldn't tell you when the last time it was.
They're bringing out some newer ones, it seems. No VidCon for us if this crap don't go away. Oh, it's not going away.
I'd love to go to a VidCon area, but it's always out in Anaheim, and I'm just not going to spend the money to go get a ticket and all that shit. They need to have little regional ones. I think it would be.
If they rotate them around the country, that'd be awesome.
Or that.
Yeah, they're delaying things on eBay. Anything sent overseas, get it together. China, I need my accessories. I have to buy American, Dolly. Warm weather greater than coronavirus. We'll see, because right now they don't even know. There's some that are actually saying they think it could be worse. They don't know how this strain is going to react to stuff. That's the whole thing. It's kind of a lot of question marks around it. Yes, he collected. Those numbers were admitted to yesterday. Funny when nothing for weeks. Accessories, Dolly? LOL. And I like to spray everything. Even my boyfriend, he uses lavender pecker wipes. I miss chatting.
lavender pecker wipes. Where the hell are you getting those at? That's what I want to know, Dolly.
They're trying to come up with the pecker wipes line.
Yeah, you don't remember that conversation the last few weeks?
Yeah, I remember it. I'm just
okay.
Okay.
Now she's getting into the Synod stuff, so it's going to a whole new level.
I think it should rotate states. Makes sense. It would make sense, but with tech being out there, kind of in California, for them, they're like, well, this is where we want to do it at.
Michigan, Ann Arbor area is a big tech area. I don't. Why couldn't they have it out here? And like Cincinnati, you could have it in Nashville, you could have it in New York, you could, the bigger cities.
I think Chicago to do it.
You could do it in Chicago for sure.
Not bad. Mosaic IPA. All right, I have to keep an eye out for that one too. Of course, I keep an eye out for all these beers, and there's so many. Jeremy, I love blingy things. And Clorox is your friend. It's actually lavender scented baby wipes that she's using for those. So yeah. So there you go. Oh, let me see here. There was one. It was a company, Holy Oaks Loophole Brewing, which is up, I believe, Massachusetts. Maybe they're starting a collaboration with the Irish beer maker. They think it could lead to gateway for European breweries to U.S. So in the U.S., we have the crazy distribution system that we have for how you have to get in and get out and distribute it around the country. And so this brewery up here in Massachusetts, with them working with overseas, that might be something that some of the other European countries actually team up with them to get their beers over, which would be cool, because I would like to get some more of the beers out of Europe, Crafting, Craig and Peter and all the guys over there, Harry, they drink these other craft brews, Cloudwood and all that we don't usually see. So it'd be kind of cool if this opens up a way for them to get to the U.S. South Dakota colleges might be soon able to brew beer on campus. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I think it's an innovative idea.
Are they dry? Are they a dry county? I don't know.
No, I don't think they're dry. I think it's just going to be something they're going to offer to brew. But I'm thinking whoever takes the class is going to be a popular big man on campus, right? So people are going to be loving them. They're brewing beer in the lab. I think it would have been cool. I think if I had been able to brew beer in college, that would have been a fun thing to do back in the day.
Yeah, some of them aren't some of them offering like a degree and along
we had
lines.
Cincinnati State here. You can get like an associate's in brewing, I believe.
Yeah, is it like a little bit of like a offbeat of chemistry or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. Because you're doing chemistry and making some of the beers and stuff in the labs and everything like that now. So
sign me up.
The kids got it too good nowadays. Dan Packer's always packing.
Good one, Gilbert. Good one.
Oh, well, so they say I hate it, but it's way closer and cheaper. I like Charleston. I've been to Charleston before, and it's a great little city right there.
I've never really been driven south of anywhere in Nashville. Well, I take that back. On my excursions for work, I've driven, but myself, I've never been south of Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah, Charleston's a pretty city, oldest city, obviously, but great right there off the ocean, and I had a good time when I was there years ago. Dolly says, and he should use Lysol and condoms, dirty pack.
Dolly, what do you doing?
Clorox and Lysol walk into a bar, jokes anyone? LOL, just kidding. Holyoke just opened up the road for me. Yeah, so up near Vanessa, that's where the brewing is. So where she's at there, she's going to probably see more of the influx of some of the European brews, which would be pretty cool. And my boyfriend trained. Shoes on the hallway mat. Wash your hands before dinner. Take a bath in your own house. Do not like pubic hairs in my walk-in shower. I didn't know what to do with Dolly half the time.
Oh, Dolly.
She says, Jeremy, you're adorable.
And follows that up, yeah.
Jeremy can do no wrong for Dolly at all. We used to call it home economics, LOL. Yeah, but home economics, you weren't making beer. Trust me, I remember home economics in school, and there was no beer class.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I need to take a trip out to the last 5 states I have not been to. Dan, this Scaldus is spicy. Is it like a pepper? And then Jeremy laughs there as well. Let's see what else we got here. Colorado-based Mama's Beer Brew brings a sweet tea beer hybrid to the masses, which is kind of a cool thing. I don't know if you guys have ever had the tea beer. When you're up here for the Beer Fest, Todd, one of the breweries that should be there is, I think it's Wild Tea Brewing out of Columbus. They're going to be here, and they have like a tea beer that's actually really tasty. So it's a little bit different. It's kind of like a cider-like type drink, but it's also gluten-free. So if you're looking for gluten-free type stuff, tea beers.
Very light on the taste. Very light on the taste.
And the black raspberry I had from them was like 9.5%. It was like a double, like kind of IPA.
Yeah, I had like a cherry one from them, I think. Like
yeah. So those are pretty decent. Luke Bryan has gotten into the beer as well with Constellation Brands to introduce a 2-lane beer to Daleville, Virginia. So Daleville will be seeing the Luke Bryan beer that he's doing with Constellation Brands. Constellation, of course, owns Corona. They did have they gave back Ballast Point. Like they had Ballast Point, they like didn't work out, so they gave them back, and now they're part of the brewery there in Chicago that we talked about before. So that'll be that's interesting. You see more and more artists getting into the beer scene now. So
Will Wheaton does too.
Oh heck, I mean my first batch of Tri-Nitro-Toluene in the fall of '76 as a freshman in high school. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds like they should have paid more attention to what you were doing. Yeah. I thought you couldn't feel anything, Eric Gilbert. Mr. Friends are overrated. # you're lonely.
What is that even from, Dolly?
Yeah. Commonly called TNT Dolly. Yeah, they should have been paying attention to Vanessa when she was in class there. Anarchist Cookbook, Vanessa. Yeah, I remember back in the day when I was a kid, I was in some chemistry and used to get like chemistry sets they would sell. Like Christmas, I had a chemistry set one year I got, and I made something. I forgot what it was, but it was smoke, and I put 2 chemicals together that weren't supposed to go together, apparently.
Go boom.
Yeah. In Sandusky, Ohio, we didn't cover this last week, but a woman was wearing a unicorn onesie and was arrested after allegedly throwing beer at a transit driver.
Unicorn onesie.
Okay.
One, why are people coming out of their house in pajamas still? And what is with the throwing of stuff? We had the White Claw throw, the guy throw White Claw at the other half people. Now we got this person throwing beer at the transit driver.
Now, what kind of beer did she throw? What kind of beer did she throw? That's important.
In a unicorn onesie, I don't think it was probably a craft beer. I think it was probably one of the macros.
I'm thinking maybe a Keystone Light. I think
something. Oh, people are crazy. Where Elbow is, Tampa's Coppertail Brewing Company and Wawa are releasing a collaborative beer. That was actually last week they were releasing that. So anybody has a Wawa around them that sells beer, Wawa is actually kind of like a higher upgrade 7-Eleven type thing up in New Jersey. They do sandwiches and different stuff. And, they got into the beer line. So they have craft beer companies they're working with, and supposedly their beer's off the hook. Dee Dee's not here tonight, but his daughter, when she came in, brought him some of the coffee stout, which he said was really good too. So kind of interesting seeing them get into that scene. So when I go back to Jersey later this year, definitely going to be checking out some of the Wawa beers. No anarchist cookbook needed. Vanessa, you're amazing. Of course, thanks, Eric. Remember to smash that like. Hated chemistry. Had a nerd give me the answers. You're just laughing. I made an acid that could eat up wire hangers in under a minute.
Damn.
I don't know why you're making an acid that can eat a wire hanger.
Right?
Yeah.
But good for you that you can do that.
Yeah. But if I'm a teacher, I'm giving you an A because I don't want you messing with any of my stuff. I want a unicorn onesie.
My daughter has a unicorn onesie.
That's oh man, dropping a nerd when he wanted a different form of payment. He was a smart nerd for sure. Then unicorn onesies. I'll throw Skittles at people and say, "Taste my rainbow, bitches." That's pretty
What the hell, Harry?
Erie, that sounds awesome. Oh, TMI, Erie, TMI. Oh, man. We have a Wawa near us. Yeah, so Wawa, I miss Wawa because I like this sandwich they make, what you call shorties, like hoagies they make there. But I'm looking forward to trying that beer. Vanessa, you should run for president. Can't be any worse, right, than some of the stuff we're seeing. I watched that debate the other night, and I put on my Facebook page. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was like the Dave Chappelle skit when he was Samuel Jackson. And he's like, he was yelling at the guy. He's like, "This is how I talk." You had a debate last week. I mean, this past, it's like all he did was yell at each other. It was like 3-year-olds like out there trying to have a conversation. It was crazy. Erie, throw a bag of Drick.
Hey, whoa. Let's settle down. And I don't want to. We'll just keep that there, okay? We'll just keep that there because I don't want to go there.
Belgian Brasserie Dubuisson main range Scaldies and also known as Bush, 11.8% amber ale spicy beast. Okay, man, I gotta check out some more of those Canadian, some of the Belgian ales too. I've been letting my Belgian game get down a little bit.
Oh, I love me some Belgian ales too, man.
Only the Lonely Sons. Yeah, we're gonna get the beer list. I'm gonna pull the beer list up here tonight for the beer fest coming up too. And you're gonna see some good beers if you haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what you thought of it so far.
Yeah, 400 plus beers we're gonna have at this beer fest. Choose wisely, right?
It seemed like their quick hit stations are more local stuff this time.
They might be. I mean, it would make sense to do it that way to get more of the local attention rather than having like Sierra Nevada. I think that's a good idea to do it that way.
I think so too.
Vanessa was a nerd in high school who helped others pass math, physics, and chemistry, provided you knew where I was located, lab or library. I like the Wawa Beer Cave. Coppertail makes some good beers. Nice. So that's good to hear. As an endorsement from Elbow.
I want to ask Elbow, do they sell, are they getting around down in Florida? Because he's in Tampa, right?
He's in Tampa area, right?
Yeah, at the Publix down there, are they starting to kind of do, I know they sell craft beer down there, but are they starting to kind of be a little bit more relaxed and have like bars and all that there? Or haven't they gotten there yet? So I was just wondering because more or less for my own curiosity.
Blake and Bear 2020. Love nerds. They have all the answers. Nerds have all the money too, Dolly.
Oh, I got stories about being a nerd.
I'll just say nerds are good. Nerds are good candy.
I got stories about that.
Let me see.
Better luck for another time. I'll put it that
way. And so this is interesting. The Harpoon Brewery, they're actually partnering with Boston's Mike Pastry to create a cannoli-inspired stout. And I'm from New Jersey originally, so I like a good cannoli. But it's kind of interesting just seeing a cannoli-inspired stout. Again, going to that pastry stout type angle. I don't know, like the guy that said, hey, you know what would be good beer? A cannoli-inspired stout. I mean, I don't know. Is there points where they just go too far again? It's kind of like with craft beer. Like now you're doing a cannoli-inspired beer. Nothing against cannolis. It's just
always pushing the envelope.
Yeah, it's just different. I haven't had a good cannoli since I don't even know when the last time. Several stories have described an uptick in online searches for corona beer virus and beer coronavirus. So this is as of like today. There's a new poll done. Like people are starting to get confused again, and that just you like look at it and hope it's like a joke, right? You don't know, but there are some, let's just say it, dumb people in our society that are thinking it's tied to the beer. So the trending beer coronavirus and corona beer virus are out there now, trending on Google.
Come on, man.
You probably have those that think it causes it, and you have those that think it's going to cure it if you drink it.
Just stay away from Corona and you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's right. Just
don't drink Corona.
Just say no.
Let's see. Gilbert said, "Booze nerd over here." Dolly says, "I have a Wawa in these parts. Shorty, soups, coffee, lazy fat asses that can't cook. That shit is too expensive. I'd rather eat at home." I don't tell you there. I don't think it's expensive. I think they make some good sandwiches, at least when I'm at in Jersey. So, Roderick likes cannolis. Really, all that cream? You don't like cannolis? Like, how do you not like cannolis?
I don't think I've ever had a cannoli.
They're an Italian pastry with like the cream filling and stuff. I grew up in Jersey. Jersey's got a lot of Italians through there, a lot of Italian heritage.
You do, and so does New York. New York City does.
I've had one. Yeah, they're pretty good.
No, Dolly, do not bite the tip first. So,
not bite the tip. Do not.
I signed up into the U.S. Air Force April 1980. Unbeknownst to me, I had won a 4-year scholarship to Rochester Polytech Institute from Boston alone. Teachers knew but never told me until one day grad. Wow. Well, that sucks they didn't tell you. Just thinking alternate universe, what is that Vanessa doing? Yes, Public Supermarket has a good selection of craft beers and also several from Florida brewers.
I knew they have quite a bit for Florida.
Always remember, half the world lives on the wrong side of the bell curve. True.
Yep.
I miss boardwalk fries from Jersey, Vanessa says. Tricky, bite me.
No. Nope. Not doing it.
Oh, let me see. And where Eric's at, so there's a House bill right now in Michigan to legalize self-serve wine and beer machines.
Okay.
So you'll be able to go to the machine, serve yourself. They'll give you like a wristband. Wine is up to 15 ounces. I think beer is up to, I want to say, 40 ounces or 40-something ounces maybe. But then after that, you have to get like the waiter or waitress to give you something so they can make sure you're not too drunk or whatever.
Sipping on a 40.
Yeah. But then if you do that, like if you buy it that way, and then if you go to waiter or waitress, do you tip overall on everything, or do you just tip on what the waiter or waitress did? Because you got your own first going yourself.
That's true.
So how does that figure into how you tip out?
Depends on who's tipping. If it was me, it's probably what they get for you. If it's Shannon, you're getting it all.
Yeah. See, I'm like, well, I had to walk over there to get my own stuff, right? It's like, if you go to some Indian buffet or Chinese buffet like that, everything, it's kind of like you're really serving yourself. I mean, okay, you got me some of the drinks I needed, right? So you did the drink part, you get that part down. So I'm going to give you something for that. But as far as the food, I was up to getting the food. I was getting on that. I was getting new plates.
Mm-hmm.
And then downtown LA, craft beer McKellar closes after 3 years, which kind of sucks.
Wow.
They're closing up the shop there. I guess they didn't have the success they were looking for, which Southern California is a tough market for breweries, I believe, with all the beers they got down there. But, of course, if you don't know McKellar, they are actually the owner of McKellar is the brother of the owner of Evil Twin, which has a shop now in New York. So they were trying to get the coastal stuff going, but it is what it is. If you can't supply, the demand isn't there, he's shut down. Let me see here.
Now, does McKellar, they contract brew all their stuff too, right?
Who? Did you say?
McKellar.
Well, they do now. I mean, they had a spot they were putting over here, but they were contract brewing before, like Evil Twin was.
Yeah.
But Evil Twin opened up their brewery in New York, and then McKellar was in California. So they'll probably go back to contract brewing, I guess. So I guess it didn't fit their model. Well, damn, free refills. Yeah. I gave a bum a thing of Bacardi. He told me to do an Irish jig. Apparently, he was not Irish. Give it to him because he did a moonwalk. Yummy. Well, these vending machines must be in schools like the SIG machines. Yes. No, they'll be they'll be in bar and restaurants in Michigan, but you'll be able to get it yourself instead of waiting for the bartender to bring you something.
Yeah.
Or go to the bar. You just go right to the machine and get whatever beer you want, kind of like a soda machine, I guess, or what type of wine you want. It'll track it on your wristband, and then once you hit the certain level, after that point, you have to order. I guess if you did all yourself that whole time there, you wouldn't have to tip anything if you got enough out of the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Boardwalk fries. They will make them with ID and debit card machines built in. No.
Well, they already got trips on them.
At some point they may, but with the ones in Michigan, they're not doing that yet. That's the ones you'll still have to pay out when you're done. It would make sense to do that, though. We need a buffet. Yucko, Dolly, you're just so close-minded, girl. Where's Jeremy? I don't know. I don't live with Jeremy. He's watching the guitar, LOL. He played fabulously. I bet your family is proud. Again, Dolly, stop flirting with Jeremy. He's a married man.
Yes, Dolly, stop.
Birmingham. Yes, Birmingham, Alabama has cracked a list of 13 cities, they said, with incredible hidden beer scenes.
I would say Alabama and Mississippi. I would put those two together. I had someone down when I was in Meridian down there, man. There were some good beers down there that were just kind of like hidden down there.
Yeah.
That you don't get anywhere else.
They probably get overlooked being in the South in some parts, you know. It's kind of like people don't think about it down there, but I knew Alabama and Birmingham have been getting a lot of pub over the last few years. It's funny because Jean Pierre, we know he's down in Montgomery, but he has to go up to Alabama, I think, or up to Birmingham to get some of the good beers. Was where he says he's at. He doesn't have as many down there. So
I was going to say the same thing. As like hearing him talk, it didn't sound like there was hardly anything there.
Yeah, but Birmingham had a lot going on. I knew Birmingham did, but it's just where he was. But no, that's like one of the cities out there with one of the beer scenes that are popping. So if you're down in the South near Birmingham, you might want to check them out.
When he does his spiels, it sounds like a lot of the Southern law is still like really entrenched down there.
Well, you're still Bible Belt, right?
Yeah.
Area, so it's kind of like, oh, you're going to go to hell if you're drinking beer. You're like, get off my lawn, old man.
Yeah. Move along. Here's a beer while you're going.
Yeah. And Listerman, this was today. Listerman actually celebrated International Women's Day, 100 Years of Change, with their beer release. So that came out today from Listerman. Didn't see much about the beer as of yet. I might check it out this weekend if I happen to see it. But they were celebrating 100 Years of Change for the women's movement and stuff. So good for them on their part. They always do some good things at Listerman. So stop being jealous, drink, and bite me.
Nope.
And Jeremy said, thanks, Dolly. Oh, Jeremy's probably blushing over there. Independent Brewing Company announced the release of a Snoop Dogg-inspired blueberry double IPA named Bluebonic Chronic.
Oh.
So again, Snoop Dogg letting his name be used here in the beer game as well. Different artists getting involved. There was another one that came out. One of the Philadelphia Flyers has a beer coming out where he's at too. So beer is becoming a little bit of a hot spot for a lot of celebrities in different ways.
Eric Montross's name going to be associated with that.
Yeah.
being a Philadelphia Flyer and all that.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Montross on this beer, but it could happen at some point for sure. I mean, it's it's marketing, right? So if it gets you out there and gets more fans, why not? Let's see here. Let me get these real quick. Erie says LMAO. That's most of South places still have blue law. Yeah, it's crazy. Still have blue law. You do us in the house. Guess what? I'm not drinking today. Wow. So you do is taking a little bit of time off here, but glad to see you in, my friend. Feminist propaganda, 100 years have changed my ass. Dolly's all fired up now.
Oh, here we go.
Happy for him. A hoo-ha for Jeremy. So do you get stoned or drunk or both? Well,
hopefully both.
If you got the other stuff, if you're at Blake's house in Colorado, you're probably doing both. But with that one, because you really can't. with making a beer, they've not got to the point where they can actually make it using marijuana to give that. Now you can get THC type beers, which are done a little bit differently, I guess. So, but yeah, with this one, it's just going to be getting drunk, I guess.
It's kind of like a chicken or the egg, drunk or stoned.
Yeah. My boss still doesn't call me the queen, and he forgot my coffee twice already. Make sure to smash that like and share. And would that be like a Corona chronic? No, nothing. There's nothing ever you can do with Corona. Corona is just Corona. Leave it alone. You'll get sick off of it, as we know. Drink it with your bat soup or your bat wings. Let's see. Dolly says twice punk. Vanessa, here's the best. Get it, girl. There he says, so with Blake, you get both, but can't from Snoop. Well, that'd be a separate vessels from Blake. Corona is nasty. So I agree, Erie. I don't know why anybody would drink Corona. It's one. If I don't say it's the pissiest beer, but it's one of the pissiest, if not the pissiest beer out there. I don't know what people get out of Corona.
It's like fucking water.
Yeah,
it is.
Listen, LOL, Dolly, you were giving lots of laughs. Thank you. Oh, then Dolly's gonna be encouraged for more. Earlier this week, so here's the thing that happened earlier this week. Beer Advocate has joined forces with ultra popular beer rating app Untappd parent company Next Glass. I don't know how this is going to actually work out because Next Glass had owned Untappd. They purchased Beer Advocate, which had been struggling to keep their lights on. But why would you bring them into a place where you already have a rating app there? It's kind of a weird type thing, and they're going to try to do something different. And I always felt like there were three apps that were out there. There was Untappd, there was Beer Advocate, and there's Rate Beer. And for a long time, Beer Advocate was like the leading app I think a lot of people use for beer, but they made it too complicated. And Untappd came along and simplified a lot of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so people started switching that. The thing with Beer Advocate was like you had almost like some of your craft beer geeks, I felt, with that app. With Rate Beer, you had people that really didn't know much about beer from some of the stuff they would put in there. You were kind of like, you guys don't know what you're really doing. And your smart beer drinkers, I feel, were like Untappd, that had a good amount of casual, a good amount of beer geeks that kind of had a good feel. And it was like nobody trying to be anything they weren't. And so people enjoyed that app, and they kept it simple on how you wanted to look at rating your beers or describing your beers and making stuff that makes it a fun app to actually have. So I don't know why they would buy Beer Advocate unless they want to get their database knowledge and maybe put that into Untappd. But I can't see Beer Advocate being around that long if they already have Untappd.
Yeah. I don't even know. Did Beer Advocate buy Untappd, or did Untappd buy Beer Advocate?
Next Glass owns both of them. Next Glass owns Untappd. They bought Beer Advocate. I just don't know. I don't know what the purpose would be unless you just wanted the information Beer Advocate had. I don't know why you're going to keep them around if you have Untappd. That's more
why didn't I just let them die off?
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to watch to see how that plays out. And where does that leave Rate Beer? Rate Beer started to fall off once AB and Bev took a stake in them. I think people felt like, well, if AB and Bev's going to take a stake in them, they're not going to be maybe as trustworthy to a lot of people because now you've got like a macro involved and they may scrub stuff or whatever it may be. You just don't know. So it's kind of an interesting thing that took place. Let me see here. Isn't it already turned from being in a clear bottle? If it isn't, it should be. I mean, I just don't know. Corona is not my thing. It's just not my thing. I know a lot of people that like Corona. In college, I drank Corona at times because I didn't really know any better. We were limited back then. So, you put the lime in there, you get the lime flavor. If you didn't have a lime, it really makes it that much worse, I thought. Like, you never see anybody really drinking a Corona without a lime. So it's like you have to add the fruit in there for something.
To make it bearable.
Yeah. I mean, some people love Corona, though. People love it as a beach beer. It's not me. It's not me at all. It never has been.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. Dolly says, I love your wit, Vanessa. Perfect timing. Cheers to the witty, you badass chat, Jeremy says. I agree. Corona had one once. It was cold. They put a lime in it. It was like, for what? Tasted weak. That's a cheers. I'm better in the chat. Jeremy said, ass, get it, boy. Rather have my strawberry quick. That Corona was weak. And I haven't drank anything tonight. LOL. Oops, sorry. Still time, Jeremy. I've always used Beer Advocate. The large database would be a good reason to own both. Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that I said. Oh, you're going to Light Art now. Very nice. That's the only
what
reason.
I was going to next.
That's the only the same one from Bell's.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I can see that, Alan, why they would get Beer Advocate. There's not much else to really. I don't see being gained off it. Now, Beer Advocate, before this happened, they actually tried to simplify themselves to make them more kind of like Untapped. They took out the stuff on how you rated beers and all kind of things. So I don't know. I just feel like at a point they're going to phase them away too. And I also discovered sugar-free Tang. Did not know they had a sugar-free Tang. Both my brothers buy Miller Lite. I'm trying to change them of that habit. Vanessa, you have Rose.
Well, Vanessa, I got High Life right here.
Yeah. Tang went to the moon, as did my pen. Corona is nasty. Highly agree. 2 brothers and 3 sisters. So Vanessa has a little big family there. So what do you think of the Bell's Lighthearted? I haven't had that one yet.
It tastes a lot like Two Hearted, but it's light. It's lighter. 3.7, so you're really not going to get much.
Drake is trying to forget something of someone. His POF date was a lady who kept calling him Joe.
What in the hell are you talking about?
Why drink sugar-free Tang? That's like having a meat-free burger. You drink the Tang for the sugar.
Exactly.
Although I do like the Impossible Whopper from Burger King. So get this. So we had Burger King the other night, right? So the wife asked about, for dinner. I was like, I didn't really go anywhere. If we were to pick up, so that's fine. And I was like, you stop by Burger King, bring you something. I said, well, bring me a double Whopper, blah, blah. She comes home, and it's like, you got a double Whopper, and I said, double Whopper, no cheese. So I opened a double Whopper. Not only does it have cheese, it has nothing else. No lettuce, no onions, no tomato, no mayonnaise. I'm like,
that's not a Whopper.
I'm like, what is going on here? And she's like, what? It's like, I said, no. She said, yeah. She told him no cheese. She said, no cheese, double Whopper. There was nothing on it. And then she had a Whopper. Hers had nothing but just cheese. I'm like,
maybe a shortage on vegetables.
She's like, damn it, I am not messing with that Burger King anymore because they're always screwing up shit. I'm like, but I did have the onion rings. The onion rings were fine. So it was just funny. Like, just slap the cheese on that.
It's Burger King. Come on.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Like Joe Pesci said, lethal weapon. That's why you don't go through the drive-thru. Got a Petrus Nitro Quad warming up. Nice. I think I have a Petrus still downstairs, I believe. Two Hearted Ale is my go-to. What is going on? What makes the grass grow greener? Cheers. Welcome. Two Hearted is always a solid one. Oh, speaking of Bell, so tonight, the second beer I had at dinner was the Bell's Hop Slam. For me, and you've had Hop Slam, and Todd's had Hop Slam, he's setting the dogs, I think, right now. I'm feeling like it's just becoming more and more of an overrated beer. I was not impressed of it as much. It was okay.
Yeah,
I will say, I think it's kind of what they priced it for, a little bit more than it should be at this point. But the place I got it at Keystone where we had dinner.
How much you get it for?
Well, it was $5.50 for a 16-ounce pint. Like, no one puts Hop Slam in a 16-ounce pint. Usually it's a 10-ounce snifter or whatever. So,
still
$5.50 for a 16-ounce pint of Hop Slam was probably the best price I've ever gotten Hop Slam beer at, considering how much you usually would pay for Hop Slam. So, but I just feel like it's overrated. I think people have kind of chased it all down, and I feel like people are just going for it because of the hype of it. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts of it are. I'm just kind of over the whole Hop Slam thing at this point.
It could probably go down because there's been many other beers out that are as good or better. And if they want to keep that one going, they should probably bring the price down. But with Larry Bell, you'll never know. He might just let it die out.
Yeah.
But still sells the shit out of it, so I don't ever see that happening anytime soon.
True.
Well, no, I mean, for us, it sits on our shelves for a while. Last year, it sat there for a while. It came in one day, they took it back or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't
really.
It just sits there. It's like stacked up. Last year, that's what happened, and they came in like a one day to take it all out. But I'll see what happens this year with it. I just feel like it's over. With grass, always Two Hearted in my fridge, and Two Hearted Ale is a solid beer. I do like some Two Hearted.
Yeah, it's solid.
Just got Burger King back not long ago. My husband wanted to try those Beyond Burgers. The package only had 2 tiny burgers in it for $10. Freaking disgusting. You eat the Huffy Burger and haven't had fried bologna. You aren't living right, my friend.
Have fried bologna.
Exactly, Alan. Exactly, Alan.
You guys have fried bologna sandwiches?
I have.
I know Todd has. Yeah. Yeah. So I've never had a fried bologna sandwich, but yeah.
Oh, you're missing out, dude.
Eventually, it'll happen, I guess. I mean, there's restaurants that serve it now, so you can get a fried bologna sandwich at places.
The minor league team here in Louisville, you go there and they sell them. You got like thick ass, like 1/4-inch thick bologna round fried bologna. There'll be a line for them. I ain't even kidding.
Maeve says, anyone try to turn Tang into booze?
All you do is add booze, man.
Yeah, you can put some rum in it. Well, I was going to say, I think that's what New England IPAs are now half the time. They're like Tang juice.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Which is why so many people love them. Agreed, Alan. Who has never had me? I just said me.
You are missing out, dude. Really.
I had bologna sandwiches. I never had fried bologna sandwiches.
I don't think Joe ever did either, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah,
Eric, you have. I think Joe was the one that also
it's a
did.
Northeast thing that we never had them. I don't know. Maybe Dolly's had them. Dolly's in the Northeast. Yummy fried bologna. So yes.
There you go.
Yeah, but no, I've never had fried bologna. Buying more Dragon Stout after the differential oil change and drive shaft inspection. Nice. You got to get some more stuff to branch into, though. I know you're locked into Dragon Stout and this good, but there's some other good ones out there.
Now, is it Dragon Stout or is it Dragon's Milk?
It's the Dragon's Milk Stout. That's what she's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that New Holland Dragon's Milk is good. The regulars.
Whoppers need cheese and bacon because you don't taste the meat. Whoppers are good. Whopper, I think Burger
Maybe
King.
the Impossible Whopper. Maybe that one.
No, Impossible tastes as good as the Whopper does. I think the Whopper is probably the best burger of the fast food places.
Can you tell any difference in the two?
Not really. Not really.
The commercial says those people can't tell. So.
Yeah, it's really pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel like I don't like Wendy's changes their bun sometimes, but Burger King's always kind of consistent on what they do. And
yeah,
I think the flame broiled is I don't know. Maybe you guys think I think Whoppers are the best burgers made at fast food places.
I had White Castle did the first Impossible Burger with their White Castle.
Yeah, they got an Impossible thing there too. Yeah.
It was pretty good, but it wasn't worth what they wanted to charge you for it.
I think White Castle has fried bologna sandwiches.
They do. That's the best breakfast sandwich in this. I'm not even gonna lie.
White Castle. Maybe I'll swing by White Castle this weekend.
You get a bologna, egg, and cheese sandwich at White Castle. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I don't go to White Castle much. Maybe I'll go and try the fried bologna. Found some tasty German bologna the other day. Sidekick Mrs. Shannon, go check on her, bring her tea or a hot beverage, fluff up her pillow. Yes, Dolly.
She probably passed out by now.
Dolly,
just trying to get rid of it. No, she just come through here. No, she just come in the kitchen. I said,
I'm surprised she hasn't chimed in on the comments.
I said, your fan club's missing you. She's like, oh, yeah, like all 2 or 3. I was like, no, you had like a whole list of like 6 people right in a row. I was wondering where you was at. Just trying to get rid of me. That's all.
And thank you, do it. Fried bologna, never in my life.
Oh, you're missing out.
I'm not the only one.
You are missing out. You're missing out.
Vanessa is fried bologna fried in bacon fat.
Yes. So I've got to try that. That sounds awesome, too.
That sounds awesome. I got to try that.
You know, when you throw the bacon fat in there, it's like, okay, that sounds interesting.
Now I'll try it.
I love the German cookies, too, Vanessa. I lived in Germany for a bit. There's a reason I gained 20 pounds by the end of my time there. Yeah. Old school Vanessa, good eating. Fried bologna sandwich on toasted bread and barbecue.
Now you're getting fancy.
I love sauerkraut and kielbasa, yums, German mustard, heaven. I do like some German mustard. I get the high-end bologna mortadella. If you know the bologna by name, you are definitely upper echelon.
You fancy, huh?
Yeah, you fancy. You fancy.
I will see what Hanscom Air Force Base has on base tomorrow. You do it. Guys supposed to be big, then the missus can dump them for the pizza dude.
The pizza dude.
Why you got
Dolly, what
dumb,
the fuck, Dolly? Dolly, what the fuck?
Five Guys? Yeah, okay. Five Guys is a good brand.
Five Guys is good. Five Guys
is one you got to go in and sit down now. I mean, you can pick it up, but not like a drive-through type.
Yeah, we can
at least ours don't have drive-throughs here. But Five Guys,
ours doesn't either.
But if you look at kind of a place like that, like I like Five Guys, but I think I like Wahlburgers better than Five Guys from the burgers I've had there. And then of course, then you get out east, you got the In-N-Out. That's like an In-N-Out type thing too. So if you're out, I'm not east, out west. If you're out west, In-N-Out might be the one you consider best.
Thing with Five Guys though, you get the fries and they'll just put your whole half your bag is full of fries.
Yeah, yeah.
Just keep
and it's something with having the peanuts there too, getting that saltiness while you're waiting on your food getting out on your tongue too. Green chili burrito and a cold bottle of beer. Nothing wrong with that. We definitely enjoy that as well. Let me see here. Billy's in the house. The fake meat actually causes cancer due to ingredients used for the smoking meat test. Yeah, everything's got a cancer.
Yeah, everything's going to cause cancer. Breathing the air is going to cause cancer.
We all live dangerously. Chuck says a possible burger tastes like peas to me. I didn't get that feel off of what I had there. I mean, now, yeah, because Burger King's Whopper is impossible, I guess, meat too. But I felt they did a good job with the stuff when I had it. But it's all about the taste may come. People get different tastes from different foods. All your taste buds for sure. McDonald's steak and egg cheese is life. I haven't had that in a while. Now, for a breakfast sandwich, McDonald's steak and egg cheese is good. I believe it's a bagel bun, I believe, too, which is nice.
I think it's a little bit too pricey, though. I will say that. Way too pricey.
That one?
Yeah.
Would you rather the steak and egg and cheese or the bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle?
Oh, the McGriddle. Come on, man. The McGriddle.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with the McGriddle.
I'll tell you what.
Now they have a chicken McGriddle, which is really good.
Chicken McGriddle. Good.
Speedway has a cheaper McGriddle. It tastes way fucking better than that.
Really?
Yes.
Speedway?
Yeah, Speedway does.
I don't think I've ever went in and had a sandwich from Speedway. When I sometimes in the morning.
You know, I was like you, right? I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this, but I'm like, I'll try it. I'll give everything a try once.
Yeah.
Sold.
Well,
you had 2 for like 4? 2 for 4?
They do it like commercial advertising, so they try to build up the image about Speedway. I mean, Speedway, really, if you can eat it at 7-Eleven, you can eat it at Speedway, right? So
I was sold, dude. I'm like, dude, they're so funny.
Not that you should buy.
They have some good coffee there.
Maybe 2 for 5. Maybe it's 2 for 5, but still, it's way cheaper than freaking McDonald's.
Yeah, well, a lot of times on the McDonald's app, if you get that on your phone, you get 2 for 5, or probably will get 1 free on that app. So, 6-year-old had a Burger King kids meal for the feisty pet yesterday. I had Sonic, wanted the foot-long coney, but got filled up on the tater tots. Sonic actually does some good sandwiches. The desserts, though, at Sonic are like the worst. And I say the worst because they are good, but when you look at the calories, like, if you ever look at the calorie side, you do not want to see how many calories you're consuming when you go to Sonic. And it's like, you get this Sonic thing or whatever, and you look at it, it's like, holy shit, that's like 2,500 calories alone in the dessert.
Can't eat for the rest of the week.
Yeah. It's like, I need to go to the gym like right now. I still like Dairy Queen though for desserts as well. I miss Carvel in the Northeast. The Carvel was our big place up there.
Have y'all ever done like the app thing for drive-through, where I guess you put it in, you just drive to the like a special designated spot, and they would just bring the food up to you?
No, I've seen it. I've never used it.
I haven't either. I was just wondering how that worked. I'm not even sure how that would even work.
I've done it for Little Caesars.
Yeah, because you place the order ahead of time, and then when you get there, they bring it out to your thing. Yeah.
So I mean, I was just wondering, like, how do they know when you're there? Do you tell them when you're there or something? I don't understand how that whole thing works.
I mean, I don't know if you use it. Maybe it's a car you'll have or whatever or something.
Well, or
they might take you to go to a assigned spot.
Well, Little Caesars, you
possibly
punch the code. It opens the
door. They've got a little warming thing, right? Where they
put it in.
Yeah, we've got one here too. And you put your code in, whatever, and get it out.
Yeah. But our McDonald's now that we have, they did a whole renovation on it. And I was in drive-through like a few weeks ago, and I had to wait because they didn't finish making the order, and I, pull up or whatever. And I was looking inside; they actually wait on you some of our McDonald's now. So you actually order at a kiosk and they come out with your food and set you up at the table and all that.
Yeah, they hear.
Kind of interesting. So, which actually going to a kiosk doesn't bother me because sometimes you have people that can't figure out how to work the damn machine when you're at McDonald's. I mean, let's face it. Sometimes just like I can do it myself, it's a lot easier, and then they can just get you the food or whatever.
We have do you guys have a witch sub like sandwich shop place near you guys? So it's fairly new here. It's really good, like subs and stuff. But they just opened one up down the street from work. I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago. Went in there one day, and it's the same deal. You walk up to the counter, and it's just a kiosk. But they have a lady that stands there because their kiosk thing sucks. It's impossible to work because it's really confusing. So she ends up putting the order in for me anyway. I'm like, well, why aren't you just taking my order? Why am I standing here doing this? And you're showing me what to do.
Yeah.
It didn't even make, like, the menu and stuff, it was all confusing. Like, none of it made any sense.
Well, I was talking about the Wawa place. There at Wawa, you go in and you type into a kiosk the sandwich you want to order, and then they go ahead and make it from you from there. But kiosks make it a little easier in a lot of spots. Some people worry about job security as they get more and more into technology. Our Kroger, you have the self-checkout line, and we just added like 6 more like that. So people go to self-checkout if you want. They have like 2 people that stand on each side to see if any questions or like that. Probably also make sure no one's stealing anything. And I find it a lot easier, but some people get offended or upset by it because they see like jobs being cut and stuff. But there's times when I have to go to the line because I have so much stuff in the cart, and it's like I don't really want to have conversations with the cashiers as much. Some of the cashiers like kind of chatty and stuff, and it's kind of like just ring it through. Or like in our Kroger, we get a lot of good stuff in there. Like you've been out where I'm at, Todd, and I guess it's kind of because we're kind of part country living out here too, so it's kind of like it'll come. I'll put something on there, something they're not maybe used to or whatever. It'll be like some foreign type fruit. They'll be like, "What is this? How do you eat this?" Well, like, put my shit in the bag. I want to talk to you about it. Right? I'm not going to give you a lesson on how to
my food. Just
put it in the bag.
Scan it and be done.
Or you'll put something through, and they're going to go to lunch break, and they're like, "Oh, this looks so good. I am hungry. Stop drooling on my damn shit and put it in the bag." Coronavirus is out there. I don't want your drool on my shit.
Right. Our Meyer's basically gone to that. So both ends of the store, you walk in one side, it's the grocery side, you walk in the other side, and it takes you into the, whatever the outdoors type grill, shampoos and shit, whatever the other side. So they've got both sides where you got like 6 or 7, check out your own stuff. But then they have like 6 lines that's got the conveyor belts, but it's also self-checkout. So they only usually have like 1 or 2 open where you can actually go through the line. It's like,
Vanessa said the German bologna is the entire loaf, sliced about 3/4 thick, fried and scaled with some bacon fat, butter, some homemade bread, slice and fry that. Assemble, tada. Yeah, so there's a little recipe there for it. Is it weird? I like drinking beer early in the morning on an empty stomach. I don't think it's weird you go to drink a beer. I mean,
if it's on the weekend. Somewhere.
I know what I like to try, and then
we know a guy that reviews beers at 5 a.m. sometimes.
Backyard, from the store, wherever.
Back in the cooler.
And
like, dude, come on, it's 5:30. What are you doing?
It's like he's like, "Oh, reviewing a whiskey here this morning, 5:30. You're doing a whiskey review at 5:30 in the morning. Just gonna call it a day already."
You do you, brother. You do you.
Kids can be funny, especially when they are other people's kids. A&W is the best fast food burger in Canada anyway. Dairy Queen for Flame Broil. Dairy Queen is pretty good. That's true.
Takes so long though.
I like going to A&W once in a while, but all our A&Ws seem to always be like off the highway somewhere, like an A&W and Long John Silver combination shop or whatever. Yeah. It's some of the A&Ws I see that I've been to, like A&W don't always seem to keep their stuff clean a lot of times. Like you walk in times and you feel like it's kind of greasy and filthy a little bit. So
yeah, go a couple cycles too long with the oil for sure.
Yeah, it's like, oh, is the sweeper guy off? No one's sweeping today. What's going on out here? No one's busting these other tables with all the trash on them. Yeah, possible burgers are not healthy to eat, full of grease and contains estrogen. Could be.
I could go there, but
tons of fat.
I could go there, but I'm not going there.
Ruby Tuesday has best burgers, alcohol, and actually cheaper than fast food. Half price app style mixed drink specials, far better. Yeah, I mean, if you want to sit down, like we go to our Ruby Tuesdays once in a while as well. We have other spots around here that are just as competitive as Ruby Tuesdays too. For a sit down type spot, but
we don't either anymore.
A lot of people, huh?
We don't either anymore.
Ruby
don't
Tuesday.
Have a Ruby
we've had three. We've had three of them.
Right.
Yeah, we've had 3 of them close, and they've all closed.
I've ate at one, but we don't have any here.
People love the salad bar Ruby Tuesday. Yeah, like the place we went to tonight for dinner, Keystone, that I mentioned earlier, was half price. Anything you drink, like between like 4 to 7 or whatever. So like all the beers are half price. If you got liquor drinks, they're all half price. Half price appetizer. The waitress always give you a half price appetizer type thing. So
yeah, our Ruby Tuesdays here has turned into a Red Robin. Do you guys have those Red Robins?
Get the Red Robin.
Yeah,
they got a pretty good burger.
They do got. I like the fries too.
Yeah, the bottomless fries or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Eric, I love mortadella and capicola. And today, Turkey lost 29 commandos plus 8 injured in Syria, the S-44. I didn't see anything on that. Everything at work for me was the coronavirus in the stock market. That's like every time. That's all we had on CNBC on all day long, like watching it just read, like Michael Jackson blowing the dance floor. Five Guys Tasty Fries. They do have tasty fries there.
Yeah, they do.
You don't have beer says Five Guys sucks. Smash Burger. Smash Burger is okay burger, but I think fries at Five Guys are better. Five Guys burgers can be a little bit greasy sometimes, and I think Smash Burger has a better one that's not as greasy.
Never had Smash Burger.
We have a NKU up here. They have one right there.
I will say In-N-Out Burger tastes a lot like McDonald's to me. A lot.
Yeah.
Everybody raves about those too.
The S-400 Russian.
I wasn't impressed, Todd.
In combat. Hotel or Straight Truth, yuck. Yeah, Wahlburgers and AC was really good. Yeah, we have one downtown Cincinnati. Really solid. They have some good burgers. I actually done the only pairing video I've done with food was actually the Wahlburgers, the one of their spicy burgers and beer that I had there back in the day.
Rod, was that Wahlburgers we went to after the beer fest when I come down a couple of years ago? Do you remember where we went that night?
I don't think it was Wahlburgers.
Yeah, I don't think it may not have been.
Did we walk over? No, we walked over to it, right?
I feel like, yeah, maybe.
I think
maybe that's what we did, and it was too crowded or something.
I think we tried to walk over to one of our other burger spots, which was too crowded. Because it was right like 2 blocks from the conference center, right?
Right, yeah, it was close.
I think it was too crowded. Where did we end up going to? Did we go to?
I don't remember.
Joella's. I'm trying to think where we went to after. We went somewhere else, though. Yeah.
I had a burger wherever we went. I got a burger. I can't remember where it was at.
It might have been Brew Burger we went over to.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. That's what it was. Yeah, Brew Burger. That's exactly right.
But Brew Burger's okay. It's kind of like a second to the place that we were going to go to, but it's still pretty solid. Let me see here. Five Guys do what, Alan? Five Guys fries with malt vinegar. I agree there, Erie.
Yeah.
Penn Station has good fries. I don't know if you have Penn
their
Station.
fries are good,
Their
too.
fries are pretty good. You put malt liquor on those as well. Italian cold cuts are great, definitely. I miss the hoagies of being back in Jersey. Back was my Nana Loves Ruby, and they have pudding. Like the pudding from Bill Cosby.
I knew it was coming.
Like the pudding, I got a drink you may like too. Everything will kill you, so do something fun, right? A few months ago, Turkey went out from the U.S. out by 2021. It said 14 is worth 3 Patriot systems. Yeah, I'm not worried about Turkey.
Yeah, we're not worried about Turkey.
Still on Erie, that sounds heavenly. It so is, Dolly. It so is. Today's big for U.S. Patriot missile system. I don't know why we're on all the war stuff. Spinks and Speedway have some bomb-ass breakfast sandwiches. I never heard of Spinks.
They do. The Speedway does have some bomb-ass breakfast sandwiches. They do, Alan.
Speedway, apparently, a second vote for Speedway. I'm with Drake.
I'm telling you.
I'm with Drake. The McGriddle, there's hope for you, kid, but still bite me.
I ain't biting you, Dolly. Get off that. Let's get off.
Charlie's fries, too. Well, Charlie's has, I don't know, Charlie's, is it Charlie's or Old Charlie's we're talking about? We have an Old Charlie's here. I never.
Yeah, we have an Old Charlie's too. Well, we used to. It closed also.
But the Old Charlie's, I don't think about their fries. So you get the rewards card and can rack up some points and get free stuff. Kind of week's worth of lunches there from rewards points.
Weeks.
Is that for speed? That's for Speedway, I guess.
From where? Oh, Speedway.
Yeah. Ooh. Erie does. Hubby feed you the fries? He should.
Oh boy, here we go.
He says, I wish, Dolly. I hate Sonic. Wow. Sonic grilled cheese. Never had Sonic. I'm not a patient person. They're pretty quick at Sonic. I can think of 5 restaurants off to the top of my dome in my town with better fries than Five Guys. I'm not saying they're the best totally out there, but they have a decently
maybe the Canadians can't make fries it up. Five Guys. Yeah, I went there.
But Gilbert's got some good poutine up where he is, I know.
Mm-hmm.
He should, Erie. I'm going to make him do it, Dolly, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sausage McMuffin with cheese. You can now order them all day long. Yeah, you can. You can get the McGriddle all day long, too, the bacon McGriddle. Fast food and bologna connoisseurs, I've fallen into bad company. Dolly cheers from Billy, and that you have, Nate, but you love it, though.
No turning back now.
For a wild service at the table. They may have. I just saw it like a while back. I guess it might have been like a month or 2 ago, but I don't ever go into our McDonald's really, so it was kind of surprising. I was just in a drive-thru and looked in and saw that, which I may stop in at some point over the next couple of weeks because I am a sucker for the Shamrock Shake. So when it comes out in March, I like to get a Shamrock Shake once in a while.
Fuck the Shamrock Shakes.
You like Shamrock Shakes?
No.
Why? There's no coconut in it.
I don't care if it has no coconut in it.
Shamrock Shakes is the best shake McDonald's does.
Oh, God. No.
Listerman has a good Shamrock Shake, too.
Oh, they do have a good Shamrock Shake. I think that might be on the beer list, too. Yes, Siri, every lady needs to be fed with loving hands and also order a side of cheese and watch how he dips. That's how I choose my boyfriend, fiance. Yes. I'm going to make Alan a butler. Firehouse subs. They make some good subs there. I do like Firehouse. And they have like 20 different hot sauces you can try, which is pretty cool. We used to have Tully's ice cream in Oshawa. I miss that place still. It's been 25 years since it closed. Good ice cream place is always nice. Nate, just try fried bologna. Fries at a barbecue joint called Bear Smokehouse. It's Seven's, the closest to Texas barbecue up here. Harry says you won't regret it. I've had fried bologna, but I never knew there are different types.
I didn't know there are different types either. I've only had it one time.
Yeah, I've seen like garlic bologna before too.
Oscar Mayer.
Oscar Mayer. Cons. Good. Dip for me, Dolly. Dip. Bologna is bologna. Well, there's different flavor they put to them now. No name. Vanessa says, Erie says no. A sandwich shop right near me has been my go-to grinder shop since the 70s. 16-inch subs and up. That's a big sub. Have you ever had German bologna? I have.
I have not.
We went to McDonald's, Burger, Queen Wendy, etc. Went Outback Steakhouse, Ruby Tuesday, Applebee's. Applebee's has $1 drinks, half price advertisers plus VIP club. You get points. It's all a point of just where you go to out of the casual at the moment. I'm not going to drive across town and try to go to one of those spots if I just want like a quick sandwich or something. Plus, I have enough drinks here. I don't even have to really go out and drink either. And plus, when you go to those places, Applebee's and Fridays, all them, they water down their drinks. From a bartender standpoint, I can tell like their drinks are so watered down. It takes you like 2 for the price of 1 somewhere else. So you're really not getting ahead there. German bolognas are the best. Wait, so let me find out you know how to dip.
Oh, that was for my comment.
Yeah.
I know how to dip, Dolly.
Is this one of those collard green thingies? That's just Blake with the collard green and the marshmallows. Go to the down and ask for it. No lie, best ever. This one that's so good you can hear the arteries clogging. Applebee's gives points for dinner's order plus alcohol, less than McDonald's, Burger, Trans, Wendy's, etc. My arteries seem fine. They gave me an MRI last month in the neck, brain, and contrast to watch flow through arteries. Turns out the nerves to heart are dying. Well, that's not good.
That's not good.
I think that Jay works nice. So the 5:30 a.m. was like 5:30 for us. Does he though? I don't know. He might.
Maybe, but I don't feel that he does.
Yeah. Now having a fresh kicked hazy IP from Real Ale Brewing Company. Cheers. I need to get some more Texas beers to try at some point. Salad is more healthy for you than an Impossible Burger. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably true, yeah. That's most likely true, I should say.
Yeah, but which tastes better?
What tastes better? Red Robin is good. We shall eat dinner there tomorrow, Vanessa says. Red Robin is good. Vanessa, you're my girl, sending you prayers. Yeah. I like German dishes, Rouladen, Jägerschnitzel, and Sauerbraten, sweet and sour red cabbage. Well, that's the thing here. Cincinnati,
red cabbage is good.
Cincinnati is a huge German heritage, so there's a lot of German food and stuff around here too.
I haven't had sweet and sour red cabbage in a long time.
That's when you guys should really come into town. You guys should come in September. We have Oktoberfest, because we have like the second biggest Oktoberfest in the world. That's right outside Munich.
I was talking to a guy, one of the drivers yesterday. He drives for Dayton. He's from his family's from what's that town called? It's close to Columbus in Ohio. But he was talking about one of their I think it was a German fest or something. He said it was a small town, but he's like people come from all over for it. He said it's pretty cool.
Well, there's a lot of German heritage through Ohio, so I'm sure they probably travel for that too. And we have like a Renaissance festival each year too that people go to that are big into that kind of stuff as well, which I've always kind of wanted to go just kind of check out, because our high school trip, we went to Florida, and one of the places we went to eat one day was Medieval Times, which was pretty cool. Have you ever seen like Cable Guy?
I was gonna say, I remember Cable Guy
when they do the jousting. That was actually at Medieval Times. So
yeah,
it's a pretty cool place. And I say you should go to the Renaissance Festival. Just kind of want to walk around with a big turkey leg, you know. That's what people do there. Heard stories about dirty A&W in the States. McDonald's is a dirty spot in Canada. Yeah, in the States, it's common. I've seen that some of the A&W is like, I don't know. It's kind of like, what is going on here? Jeremy, Dolly's happy Jeremy's back. My bison burger stuffed with blue cheese and homemade Kaiser rolls are best. I would not doubt that at all, Vanessa. Bison is good eating. I agree. I do love a good bison burger. Fuddruckers has tasty burgers, fresh, and all bread is made there. Recommend a 1 pound burger. Also, our Fuddruckers actually closed here. Yeah, it's a burger spot. Here. You don't have any there? Yeah, ours closed that we did have here, so they couldn't keep it.
Yeah, we don't either. Yeah, same here.
My favorite piece of meat is an elk ribeye. I would love to try elk.
Yeah, I like trying.
It was actually good. Yeah.
We made some chili last week with some bison burger meat in it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That sounds like it
was really good.
I wish I could do that, because we do have the bison meat at our Kroger and stuff now. Yummy, Vanessa. You bake, Vanessa? Wow. Vanessa does everything, Dolly. Hit the like button, folks. Thanks, Nave. Yeah, Dolly, you should know that Vanessa does about anything you could possibly think of. She's probably done it. All this food talk making me hungry, LOL. Yeah, I just realized I had some crab legs in the kitchen. I haven't eaten yet. Charlie's Philly steaks. Oh, Philly steaks. Is it really a Philly steak, though? That's the question, because there's only one true way to make a Philly steak, with the cheese with and everything. So,
yep.
I make breads. Jeremy, same here. And best fries are Jim and Nick's. Who is this Jim and Nick guys you're talking about?
Those neighbors, are they friends of yours?
Yeah. They're two guys across the street. Yeah. I go to Johnny's on Marwood Avenue. It's in the hood, and great burgers and diner food, pea meal and eggs too. The Rainbow downtown has the best pea meal and eggs. Yeah, pea meal is definitely a Canadian thing, because we don't really have pea meal, or people talk about pea meal here in the States, which I think is kind of toward our kind of grits or something, maybe. Eggnog shakes. Eggnog shakes are okay, but Shamrock shake's the best. She doesn't like with trick about the Shamrock. She's not a fan. But then don't drink the Shamrock shake, girl. I'm playing NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. Hear my name and Butler, who's delusional. Oh, Dolly's got Erie. They're gonna make you a butler there. You're gonna be take care of Erie from head to toe. My good bartender at Red Robin makes wonderfully strong Mai Tais. Well, if you got a connection there, he probably takes care of you for sure.
Nothing wrong with that.
Downtown Oshawa is total hood and filled with great restaurants, and you will see a street show. Well, if you get a show as an added bonus, you're winning the night. You're winning the night there. Total hood, what is this? Sweet tater fries made as crinkle cut and served with the horseradish sauce is very tasty. Eric Gilbert, please stop showing your Canadian side, your dry butter. Bison is dry as food. Nah. Not for me. It's not. I don't know how you made it. My bison I had was always pretty good. Swami. Street show. Canadians are strange. Take off, eh? Elk is delicious. I should get a shipment of elk from my brother in Fort Worth this fall. Nice. Let me see. Properly cooked bison isn't dry. It could be lean, though. Very lean. And 80-20. Swami. Properly cooked bison isn't dry. It can be very. Skip that one. Malted dip it dry. And sweet tater fries are very good, Vanessa. The other one, street show, crush beers on a weekend afternoon and watch. Simple. Yeah, watch the street stuff happen. You get a lot of fun watching the street shows and what people do. Bison dry, how are you cooking your meats? Yeah, right? So there we go. So I like bison. I think bison's actually pretty damn solid.
Yeah, I like it too.
Oh, let me see here. What other beer stories did I have? So out of San Diego, Melvin is actually leaving as well. So another one leaving Southern California. Melvin, we just started getting their beers here, which have been great beers I've tasted thus far. I don't know if you guys have had any of the Melvin beers.
Yeah, we get them. We get some of them.
I believe now. But they set up a brew pub in San Diego, and it probably didn't go well. So they're actually calling it quits there.
Seemed like we just started getting them 2 or 3 months ago, maybe.
Which, again, San Diego is a tough spot for breweries.
Yeah.
It's good beer out there.
Everything's so freaking high out that way. I'm surprised a lot of breweries survive. Or any brewery survives, really.
You get that high-paying job to buy those beers, those high-cost beers. And Double Under Irish Whiskey announces U.S. beer cast collaboration with Wash's Brewing Company. And I just saw that just because I've enjoyed a lot of beers that are now getting done with Irish barrel. So if you ever see an Irish whiskey barrel beer, I would definitely say try it, especially if you're a fan of Irish whiskey. There's some good breweries doing some good stuff with that. U.S. woman returns stolen beer stein to German brewery 55 years later because she felt guilty. You feel guilty like 55 years later. The people you probably stole from aren't even alive anymore. But he flew back over to say, hey, I took this. Here you go. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
We lost Todd there.
Todd's gone.
Maybe Todd feels guilty on something right now. He's going to go return something real quick. Uh-oh. But no, that was interesting when I saw that there. Just one of those quirky type things that's out there. And then the other thing was Nashville's Fat Bottom Brewing is buying Music City beer, which is going to double their capacity, which I actually had a video before where Music City Beer has sent me some of their beers to try to Nashville, which was pretty cool. They kind of raise money through it for the music scene down there. So hopefully that helps them out. You would like that. You would like Music City because it's definitely more of an adjunct lager. They do a light and a regular version and pretty decent. And we'll see if Todd jumps back on here. I don't know what happened. Internet connections.
Yeah, I wonder if his connection went.
Let me see here. Moose burgers are very tasty too. I've never had.
I never had moose. I will. That's one thing I want to try. Never had moose.
Definitely try. Swami's eating a Portuguese grilled chicken right now. Extra piri piri sauce. Cheers to Swami. I don't think I've ever had. I don't know what piri piri sauce. I'm trying to think what it may be. Gilbert, bite me. I'm on Big Daddy's crew now.
Yeah.
Against the other Eric. Malted, nice. Chasing it down with a Tom Green Summer Stout. Oh, very nice.
Nice.
And Gilbert said, "Who's Big Daddy?" Young malted. Oh no, you didn't ask who was Big Daddy. No, you didn't. Now he's got your back now.
Shocker, that's the first time.
Gary's like, you don't know Big Daddy?
Oh, you didn't know?
Gilbert says, of course I don't know. Gary, that boy doesn't know. What the fuck? I thought everyone knew. Oh, Gilbert, you're out of the loop. You missed Big Daddy, the other E, the real E, the original E. What happened to you, Todd?
I don't know. It kicked me off my computer for some reason, and then I couldn't get back in. So now I'm on my phone.
Did it reset or something? You think?
No, it just like both you guys went blank, and it was just like started circles like spinning, and then it just kicked me out. And I tried to get in, and it just said basically acted like it was shut down.
It's like a modern warfare update.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on. So I was like, shit, I'll just get on my phone.
Them demons.
Yeah, his computer's jacked apparently.
In the machine. But but that is all the different beer news that was out there from last week and this week that I got to. Short sidekick. Good job, Shannon. So now I'm drinking from Land Grant, which has quietly become a brewery I really like out of Columbus. Their Make Mine Irish coffee stout from them.
That sounds good. That sounds really good.
And it's actually decent. It's got a nice little roastiness to it.
Oh, you already had it before?
No, first time I had it here. So I have a review that I'll put up on it, but it's got like a coffee and cream type feel to the beer. It's kind of different a little bit. But it's got the coffee coming through with the roasty and the toastiness. And it's got a nice little flavor to the palate. It says brewed with Irish whiskey barrel aged Stouts coffee. Again, as it's mentioned about Irish whiskey, and this is actually aged with Irish whiskey barrel. So Irish whiskey barrel might be the newer thing that you'll see in breweries mess around with. Because at a point, you do get tired of some of the bourbon because everybody does bourbon. You know, it's like when I said to you guys the brandy one. I would love to see more brandy barrel.
Yeah, me too.
And I've had some that were gin barreled. I've had some that's tequila barreled. I just love to see them branch out more and not just do bourbon.
Yeah.
Oh,
is it easier to get the bourbon barrels? I guess maybe.
Probably easy, and probably more people are accustomed and used to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're seeing people do stuff. They've been doing the wine barrels on some of the beers, so people are branching out more. But that's the experimentation fun of craft brewing. I said, "Oh no, you didn't." I became a Lions fan because of Big.
Oh God, Dolly, go somewhere. If you're going to be an NFL football, do not follow the Detroit Lions, please.
She's in Eagles territory. She could be an Eagles fan. They won their Super Bowl.
They've been to multiple Super Bowls.
Vanessa says I will try to buy some various other beers. Well, yeah, you got to branch out and try some stuff. One of the things I will say, and again, this is something I like about Untapped, is if you go in Untapped and you look at Dragon's Milk, it'll also give you suggestions for other beers that are similar to that style too. If you're trying to figure out what to maybe look at, and you're not sure when you go to the store, but when you go to the store, if they got a good beer person there that knows about beer, they can point out some of the other stuff. We talked about Left Hand before, some of the stuff they actually do.
Yeah, Left Hand's good. Yeah,
like smaller local breweries are putting good stouts and stuff out there.
So, Rod, what was the one did you say you had the one from Gravely?
Yeah, I had Gravely, and it was their New England IPA.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
The Baser is the one it was. It was less than some of the other New England IPAs. I've given like a 3.75 on my Untapped score. It had the flavor, but it didn't really do anything to really stand out as much. But it was a decent brew actually to try and take back. I would drink it again with no problem. So
yeah, they do some pretty good stuff. Nothing that's probably like going to blow your mind or anything, but
I feel spoiled in New England IPA after like Joe said his other half and some of the other stuff.
Yeah,
Eric with the M43 and stuff like these stuff that I've had from Lord Hobo and their boom sauce and some of the other ones I've had out there have kind of taken it to a different notch. So something that I would have had rated probably higher before is getting a lower rating now because I've kind of been spoiled in other stuff. It's like, Guinness, once I have 4 and extra stout, it's like none of the other Guinness are really matching up to it. Gilbert said, "Go Pack, go." Well, he hasn't said that in a while. Gilbert, go milk your cat. Dismissed. Okay, Packers are good. I'll give you that.
I will give him that too. I will give him that.
Question of the day: what is Jeremy's team? Jeremy's team is the Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs. That's who he's a fan of. Are they New England IPA? If not brewed in New England, yes, because they have the New England IPA style that was created out of that. Breweries have that recipe, and they can brew them from other places. Just like East Coast breweries can brew West Coast IPAs. Once you know the formula and the recipes, you can put that stuff together. You know what the style parameters are, so you make beers customized to it. As I drink, it invigorates the gods, and is conceived as conferring immortality on gods and men is often called Armna, the drought of immortality. Name is always dropping some knowledge. New England IPA is a style. Everyone just about makes some form of New England IPA, and it's almost kind of burnt me out on New England IPA.
Sam Adams, though, they got a solid one. They got a solid.
Yeah, I mean they're good, but
I'm not saying it's great, but it's solid.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a decent one. They surprised me. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Apparently, the sour they did, though, I didn't have it, but everybody I've known that's had it said it was terrible. The Cosmic Sour or something, they said it was not good. Yeah.
I haven't had it.
Well, obviously, some people do like it, but just the people I know were not fans of it. Carter's 22 years old. He just came to sleep on my your car. I mean your cat. Okay. I was gonna say that's gotta be happy on your pillow. What is it like? Was that old Volkswagen? It was a Volkswagen car back. Herbie the Volkswagen.
Herbie, yeah.
Yeah, the old car.
The Love Bug or whatever.
Yeah, the Love Bug. Go Kansas. They haven't won anything since '60, right? No. Kansas City, just like the president, the Chiefs are in Missouri, not in Kansas.
Okay.
So now you got something in common with Trump because you thought they were in Kansas. Yeah, they haven't won since the 60s, though. Back in 69, it was 50 years when they won the Super Bowl this year, rather. But they do have Jeremy. God. And what is your kitty's name? But these women are important because they are bearers of the meat cup, passing among the warriors in the king's hall. This is the deed which honors those to whom the cup is handed by the royal lady. What are you quoting, Dave, though? Cat is named Sanson, gray and white. Bite me, Roderick, I have a life. It's just some things that are knowledge, I figured him laying around funny is on my Instagram. Vanessa M. Kitty on Instagram. Some great stuff on her Instagram handle. But this one, I think they probably have some lactose in here. Because again, it's got to be lactose or milk sugar to give it that creamy feel. But it almost feels like a midday coffee with this one. Like not really a latte, it's much more like a espresso with cream, which makes sense because on the can it does have a cup of coffee, so they are definitely tapping into what it's supposed to be.
Have y'all had that coffee one from Pabst Blue Ribbon?
The hard coffee?
Yeah.
No, you know what? I should have got it, but I didn't want to get a 4-pack because I was actually at a place where they had them, but you had to get a 4-pack for it. And I should have got it. Now I think about it. I'm going back to Columbus in April. If they have it again, I'll get it there because I couldn't.
Everybody's saying it's really good.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So, and maybe if they get it at Jungle Gyms, I'll try to get it there too. I may just have to buckle down and get the 4-pack to give it a try.
Yeah. What? I don't know. What are they charging for the 4-pack? Do you know? Like $16.99 or something like that, or?
I want to say when I saw the 4-pack there, I don't think it was that much. I thought it was 11 or 12 or something, maybe. Okay,
it might be right. Yeah, I wasn't sure either. That sounds more right.
Yeah, but everybody, I think Bum may have had it in Pittsburgh because there was only 3 states when it first came out that had it. But I think he may have had it down there, and I thought he thought it was decent. Erie says, "Ooh, coffee, anything." She does love coffee. Vanessa says, "Dave's knowledge is nice to hear." Yeah, it definitely is. And how about a Dragon's Milk Stout ice cream?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Well, see, now I've got the Neapolitan stouts in the cooler as well. So I've got the barrel aged Neapolitan. I got the 2 special made Neapolitan, and I have the base Neapolitan, all from Saginaw Breweries. I'm looking forward to trying that. If you ever see those, Vanessa, from Saginaw Brewing and Neapolitan, that is ice cream in a glass. You get chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry out of it. That's one of the best surprise beers I've had that that just really surprised and took me back on how good it was.
When I had it at Firekeepers last weekend, dude, it was way better than I remember. And I'm like, man, this actually tastes like freaking bourbon ice cream.
I was gonna say it's one of the few beers you actually get all three. Like, Neapolitan, you get the chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and everyone, and as it goes through your mouth and palate, it's like it just changes. It's like, oh, okay, there's a chocolate. Oh, there's a strawberry. Oh, this is good.
I mean, I literally drink it, and I sit there wondering, how the hell are you guys doing this? I want to know how you're doing this, like getting all these flavors out of here. Yeah.
What's is Braxton coming out with a new ice cream one? Like a berry one or something?
They will. They'll do something with graders here, probably. I think it comes out like March or April or something around there.
I think I saw a picture of it the other day, and I thought it was some kind of berry flavor.
All right. Well, they'll come out with something with them. People are starting to get into them a little bit more.
Like in a pinkish colored can or reddish pinkish colored can.
Yeah.
Might have been a strawberry or raspberry or something. I don't remember what it was.
I'll have to look to see which one they're coming out with. They just came out with Braxton just launched their it was some type of mocha stout, I thought. They just did last weekend. And it's like, geez, I'm not going back to Braxton again. I'm not coming over there to spend more money on some other great beer you guys came out with, but I probably will end up over there at some point.
Next weekend?
Yeah, I tell myself I'm not going to do it. Like, damn it, here I am. All right, let's see what this thing is all about. Let me see here.
Of course, with the beer fest, it's hard to fit in all the other beer stuff, but that might be a Friday night thing. If we meet up with you Friday night when we come in, go to Braxton Labs or maybe Listerman or something.
Yeah, I got to see what we're going to do. I was going to say there's actually
maybe get dinner or something.
There's a place called Buckhead's, which is like a Colorado type.
We got one here.
Oh, you got one there? I mean, that's right across the street from Party Source, too. So
there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Might be something as well.
Go get dinner and then head over there.
They got a good bourbon butter ribeye. They do. It's pretty good.
Yeah, Buckhead's pretty good. Ours is right on the river, also.
Why does England have a royal family anyway? I should be the queen now. Who pays the family? Dolly, why do you think you're going to be a queen? But it's because that's their culture, and they have royalty, and the taxpayers pay for the royalty, I guess. Yeah. The thing is, we broke off from England to not have a king or queen. So why do we pay so much attention to who the king and queen is? What's going on? Why are we so caught up on Harry and William and all of them? Natives should be wary of what may really be in the cup. I know weird stuff, although mimetic engineering is my current specialty. You and Vanessa have a great base of knowledge for sure. Erie, yes. With everything going on, I haven't had much coffee lately. Things are calm for now until my dad served. Yes, and the thoughts to you and your dad. I was talking with Alan and stuff too. Yeah, I know you got some stuff happening there, so hopefully your dad, everything comes out okay there as well.
Yeah, best of luck to that. Hope everything works out fine. We're good,
Yeah.
Definitely sucks for sure.
Oh yeah, well, family, especially, yeah. It's, none of us are immortal, right? So we all gotta take on different things, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
True Erie used to be brewed with psychoactive, e.g., soma, mushrooms, etc. I saw the Neapolitan. I will buy if I see it. Then, yeah, you should definitely get the Neapolitan.
Yes, get the Neapolitan. Get it.
What's up, Richie Z? Say hey, Rod.
What's up, Richie Z?
He says, hey, Richie. Hey, Vanessa. Cheers to Richie. Sorry to hear you. Hope your papa will be okay. Cherry-filled moonshine with a hint of vanilla is tasty. I would try that too. Hey, Erie and Eric. And thank you, Dolly. Hey, Richie. One of her important duties is diplomatic. She addresses a guest when needed and offers him something to drink. For that reason, she's called the lady with the mead cup. I don't know what you're quoting still, though, Nate. But it sounds like it's from a book. I'm a total daddy's girl. I tell him he was blessed to help make me. But daddy got the party started. I tell my sisters, my parents kept going until they had me at perfection, and that's why I'm last. There you go.
Right.
Unless you were the mistake one, like the oops baby. Oops. The wife says, "What do you mean, oops?" I mean, oops.
Okay, all right.
I'm certain Dolly is actually Ewart. That would be funny if Dolly was a Ewart. Hey, Rod, did you get to the buzz level or keep it real because there's work tomorrow? Like me, no, I got to work tomorrow, so I never get to the buzz level really on the show on this one. Sometimes on the weekends when we're doing some stuff like playing the question games or doing something like that and we're drinking, that might get to the buzz level. But usually here it's kind of just more laid back. Morning comes early, so I got to be ready for that. And my neighbor's got a new Mustang, which is a cool looking Mustang, but it's got the loudest engine I think I've heard of a Mustang.
Ooh.
And they're warming up the car before they go to work in the morning. And it's like, seriously? How long you let that fucker warm up? Get out there and go.
Get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah. So the working poor pay for the bitch's jewelry. Well, they got their tax system, so part of that does go to royalty. Thank you, Erie. And yeah, everybody's pulling for you there. Anybody ever had the OFYMD? I have not, day shift. Cheers to you for joining. Yeah, I haven't had that yet. The queen wear emeralds that cost a fortune. Never wears the same outfit twice. Why are you going to attack her? She's like 90-something years old. You're going to be just as ugly as her when you're that age. So,
dang, Dolly.
I feel like Dolly's on more than just her strawberry quick tonight.
Yeah.
Got something in there.
Dolly is spiking it.
So now she's going after Nave again. Bite me or dip it. What did Nave do to you this time?
Bite me or dip it.
I am 4'6". Most of my family thinks I'm the black sheep. I'm close to my two brothers. They feed the happenings of my life to the others. Nice. Oops, baby were the first two. Then they said, okay. Oh, so after the first two, they're like, okay, we might as well make more then.
Now you want one more? Oh, okay.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Me and my brother both were oopses, and we were the only ones.
Posted links in the chat, Rod. Scholars, professionals, researchers, etc. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think it may not let me do because I'm not seeing the links because of I'm not in the regular chat. I'm on the StreamYard chat, and it won't show stuff unless it's been approved. I know Eric and Todd, you guys are moderators if you want to approve those if you're seeing them links or whatever. Let me see. What's going on, Scout? So I don't know if it, but followed you, Richie. And I missed my Mustang. Yeah. I actually have the one. I drive our old one now. I was thinking the 04. It was like the 40-year edition one. It's the convertible, so I have that one. But it's going to be just pretty much spring and summer here in a bit. By the way, let's go Mountaineers. I love that. Let's go. And we're having a rough go right now. We are losing too many games in basketball. It's going to cost us. So, although with West Virginia, I don't want us ranked too high of a seed. I like when we're lower and we don't have people believing in us as much. We do better when we're the underdog, I believe. We just got to get consistent outside shooting. OFYMD is one of the best stouts ever. Westbrook beer. Yeah, we don't get a lot of the Westbrook here. We're starting to get some now, so that's why I haven't really seen it. Eric said he's seen it, but hasn't had it.
Yeah, I've seen it here.
I've never had it.
Have you, Todd or Eric, ever reviewed the Eric Ambassador Ale? I've had it twice, but bought a tall boy today, and I wonder what you gents think. I think I did do. I've had it numerous times. I think I did do a review on the channel.
God, I can't remember. I don't think I did.
It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good beer.
Yeah. I always love enjoying that one.
God,
that's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, actually on my channel I have the Arrogant Bastard Ale review that I've done. I've also done the Lucky Bastard Ale, which was a mixture of some of the series. I've also done the Double Bastard Ale. So all three of those I've done here on the channel reviews. The one I did for Arrogant Bastard was probably about 3 or 4 years ago, but it is there. So in the videos, if you search Arrogant Bastard, Richie, you'll see that I've done a video on that one before.
Didn't they do one that was like a rye Arrogant Bastard or something?
They may have. They've done some different variations over the years of it.
Yeah.
Allowing the royal family to remain in England prevented yet another nasty English civil war. They've had several civil wars.
What did it prevent this time?
Well, I think it kept. I guess when Dave was saying it's prevented other ones from actually happening.
Oh,
yeah. Vanessa, I'm close to my bros. The females, not so much. Apparently, I'm embarrassing. Why are you embarrassing? Rich, awesome, Robert, and agree, man. We do better as an underdog as long as we get in the tournament. We could stay if we play like if we did earlier in this year when we have passion. Yeah, I mean we've got a great opportunity. The problem I have with our team, and actually it's not just our team. I'm in Cincinnati area, so I've seen Huggins when he coached the Bearcats. Every team he coaches, for whatever reason, sucks, and I mean sucks in free throw shooting. I don't understand it. How do you not have a free throw coach or whatever in there to help these guys get through it? The one guy that plays on one of the teams, I can't remember what team it is, he closes his eyes before he shoots free throws now. And he said,
it's quickly on UK.
Yeah, UK. And it's made him a better free throw shooter because he's actually centered himself before he shoots the free throw. How do we
He's
not
like a
have
90.
that?
Yeah, he's like a 93% shooter or something like that.
Yeah, but before that, he was terrible.
Yeah.
And it's like, Huggins, how do you not have a coach that does this with the players? That's the frustrating part.
mm-hmm.
You know, we get Seaway and we get Culver banging inside, and you know they're going to the free throw line. Get them guys focused on how to make free throws better. I mean, that's what's going to cost us games.
Indiana's the same way.
Yeah. It's just frustrating.
They lead the country, or they're like second in the country in free throw attempts in a game, and their free throw percentage is like 60-something% as a team. Like, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
How can you play Division I basketball and you can't even shoot?
Mm-hmm.
You can't even make at least 3 out of 4 every time. Like, that's like bunt. Like, how you play baseball Major League level when you can't bunt? Like, that's the first thing you learn in the Little League is how to bunt.
You know, it took Willie Mays Hayes a while to learn how to bunt without. You know.
Yeah, that's true
too. Not as easy as it looks. By the way, in my background, I got it on mute. I'm actually Old School's on, which is still a funny ass movie. But the scene with Will Ferrell in the funnel is one of the best beer scenes in the movie. I'm just saying.
Yeah. We're going streaking to the quad.
Alan, while you're online, why don't you order my hat? Oh, a hat order. Hey, Erie, I actually got. I don't know if I put the second hat on there, but I got the hat that's going to have to get your beer on Roger BeerVentures that you've seen. I'm also going to have a hat with the logo on there as well. So if you want the other one, let me know because I haven't put that on there. I don't believe yet. You're welcome, brother. Thanks for asking. Yes, I did a rye I didn't care for, so Scout had the rye. He wasn't a big fan of the rye one. The Todd's thing about the stone. Arrogant bastards and knave. We're American, we don't kill. I can't imagine what Dolly would be like if she was drunk. Oh, and now Will Ferrell has turned into Frank the Tank, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. he's licking the other girl. It's hilarious. Snoop Dogg's at the party. It's on.
Snoop-a-loop.
Yeah. Yes, get that.
That movie's so funny.
Get the hat. Don't forget some nice leather gloves. Have you tried Victoria's Secret Scents? Lotions are life-changing. I agree. He's a Hall of Fame coach, but isn't the Hall of Fame team and all. Yeah, he's going to get in the Hall of Fame. He does a great coach. I mean, I think he tied Adolph. I don't know if he passed Adolph up yet. I know he had tied him the other night, but the only thing he's missing is that title. He just needs that title. Like Andy Reid in football, he's got the title in the Chiefs. That's the only thing that was missing. And I thought this year we had a good opportunity to sneak in under the radar and have that team. Now, granted, you get in a tournament, it only takes 6 wins.
That's right.
And we're playing in the toughest conference in the country. So how we match up against other teams will be interesting. There's a lotion shop called The Body Shop. Try the mango to die for. Let me know. I'm going to try and get our order in soon. I know Alan's getting something too.
Ooh.
All right. Favorite IPA? I love Indigo Imp IPA, which is now discontinued, unfortunately. I've not heard of that one. Favorite IPA? Do I have a favorite IPA?
Too Hard for me. That's my go-to.
Yeah, I mean, Too Hard is definitely up there. I don't know if I have a favorite one.
Favorite? I don't know if I have one either.
I mean, because I always try different ones that I always go after. I don't know if I really have a favorite IPA.
Yeah, Too Hard is definitely my go-to out in the wild. If you're at a bar or restaurant or something.
But if I don't get it, it's like I don't miss it either. That's why I'm thinking
right, yeah.
I think of beers that come out each year that I try to pick up or something. Like if you like, my favorite pale wheat ale, for instance, is Bell's Oberon, as you guys know. So like every spring, I usually pick up Bell's Oberon when it comes out. I mean, in a few weeks, to me, that's spring. But I don't know, like IPA, I don't know if I really have one.
Maybe the Enjoyed By series by Stone, and I haven't had that in a long time.
I haven't either.
I used to love the Mocha IPA from Stone, and they discontinued it.
Oh, they did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they discontinued it. I don't think they got enough. It was kind of an acquired taste for it, I think, because you had basically a stout and an IPA combined. But they ended up, I spoke to one of the Stone guys about it, and that's when they told me they were trying to revamp some other stuff. So
I picked that up last year, I think it was. Yeah. Only because you said you liked it so much. I'd never had it before, and I saw it. I was like, I got to try it. And it was pretty good. I mean, it was. Yeah. It's different, but it's good, though.
Yeah. But, it's just – I always try different beers, so I never really get locked into any type of beer as much. I love Bath & Body Works. My wife loves Bath & Body Works, too. Dolly says, me too, Erie. Rob, my favorite Warrior, Steph, spends hours throwing three-point shots at free throws in his backyard at a private facility. People wonder why he's such a great shooter. That's what it takes. It's like, eclectic beard on here. We didn't do it this week, but we have a sports show we do on his channel on Tuesday evenings at 9. We're going to get back into that. But, you look at players, if you ever had that conversation of those that succeed, they're always in practice, right? Whether it's Jerry Rice playing football. One of the best interviews I ever saw is when he interviewed Shannon Sharp. And he talked about his football career and how every week or every day, he trained as if that day was his last day on the job. And so when he was in training in the facility, they would, new players are like, what are you doing here? Like, you're all-star tight end or whatever you are, all pro. And it's kind of like, and you tell him, I don't want anybody taking my job. I don't want you taking my job. And so he's
put in the work,
doing it. And those kind of players, Michael Jordan, that are in the gym constantly, there's a reason they grow the success. I mean, you got to be dedicated that way. So no surprise with Steph doing the stuff that he's doing there. Sometimes it's a rough thing to do, though. But like LeBron, sometimes LeBron gets knocked for not having all the championships that he probably could have. But look, he went to 9 of them in a row. So sometimes you can only do so much as an individual, but his teams have went on one of the probably best runs since Bill Russell to be in that many championships in a row. Erie, you wearing that Rajay hat? He should add bling to it. Erie posted a picture. One of her daughters wanted to wear that hat, so he posted a picture on Facebook, which is pretty cool. She had that. Where's Mr. 25? I don't know. We're not looking for Jeremy right now, Dolly.
Settle down, Dolly. Settle down.
Thank you, Erie. And let me see here. On a serious tip, is Todd okay? Is Shannon okay?
Doing all right.
Doing all right. Erie, did you wear the big hoops? I think it's the earrings.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be earrings.
Weird without Shannon. Why is it weird without Shannon? We were doing this way before Shannon came on.
Yeah, Dolly, you just came when Shannon came on.
Can't we just be enough?
I have some cute ones, but they sit in my jewelry box. Man, I love there's a mountaineer in this clan I can talk to. That's awesome. Thank you to him. Yeah, definitely. Anytime, holler. And I got to make sure to check out some of your stuff there too, Day Shift as well, on your channel. So great to always come by. And I have another person that's also a watcher who's also a mountaineer, but Flow Rider Hillbilly who comes on there, he's a mountaineer. Michigan Mister, he's a mountaineer as well. So we get a few mountaineers that come through for sure to check out some stuff. See, I fell asleep 2 days this week, but yes, definitely doing the sports talk you can. Got NFL, NBA, NCAA, and MLB stuff we could talk. Definitely. We should also do something to talk about some of the announcers that do sports. You know,
We can do XFL.
Like, yeah, XFL as well. But like, what's our take on Stephen A. Smith, or what's our take on Skip? What's our take on Shannon? What's our take on whoever it may be? I think that'd be kind of interesting to talk as well.
Golick. What's your take on Golick?
Yeah, why did they break up Mike and Mike? Do we ever know the real story behind that yet? I'm thinking one was hating. I think Golick was going to beat the other Mike's ass at some point.
I think that's exactly what it was.
That's okay, Erie. I just wear my hoops to church, and yes, I go to church panel. Jesus is the reason. Sure, you do. I mean, you have to go somewhere to ask for penance, right? You have to go somewhere to ask for it. Church is the spot to go. Sports talk, can't wait. Rather a tooth pulled or date than Nate. Why are you making from this now?
Dolly, I want to see you get your tooth pulled then.
You would be impressed. You would be impressed dating a knave, I'm sure. What the hell, Dolly? Dolly's off the rails.
Dolly, what have you been drinking? Dolly?
Nave is amazing. I agree. Nave is amazing. Church.
Dolly, what's in that quick cup?
Yeah. Dolly's is always about Dolly's, or what she does. So
notice that she's never told us here in the chat either.
Before we wrap up, let's take a look at some of the beers we got upcoming. Actually,
ooh, yeah.
Open the tab. So in 9 days? What are we? 7 days? Well, 7 days tomorrow.
8 days, I guess. Yeah.
Eight. Eric will be here, and we got Kentucky Brew review. I'm surprised those guys didn't come in today. But we'll be hitting Cincy Beer Fest. And here's a list from the beers that are actually there. I don't know if you guys looked at it yet, but we're not going to talk about all the beers because there's over 400 beers. But just seeing here, we got like 13 Below, which is a local Cincy brew. We got 18th Street, who Todd's a big fan of as well.
Oh, yeah.
And that beers are coming in with their Temporal Purgatory and their Hunter. They're going to have that here.
There you go. Both are good.
50 West is a local one here. They're going to have a bourbon barrel aged maple and coffee stout. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure you get that on your list. 11.5% ABV. 6 Feet Under barley wine. They don't have the ABV listed. They're going to TBT. I mean, it's a barley wine, so you know it's going to be big. We also have some stuff from Ibiza. I'll probably skip that one. Ace Cider. I guess the Grain will be here. Was Todd gets in Louisville. But, you try to find beers you don't usually see, right? So Against the Grain, you could probably see a lot of them any of the time, unless it's a special batch of something.
What are they bringing?
Citra Ass Down and Retitled.
Oh, okay. I'm on my phone, so I can't hardly see it now.
Oh, okay. But Citra Ass Down's a good beer, but
yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
Alexandria Brew, and they're all in Blackberry Blonde, which sounds interesting, but I'll probably just skip that. And they have one called Random Rap Reference, which was pretty funny. New England IPA. Then we also got Alltech, which is like, they're hit and miss on a lot of their stuff, so I'm not going to be seeing them. Anderson Valley will be here. Bell's will be here. Bell's will have the Two Hearted, the Expedition, the Official, the Amber, the Abracadabra, and their Lighthearted, and their Song of the Open. Surprisingly, they don't have Hop Slam, which they usually have Hop Slam when they come here. So
I'm surprised they have that Expedition stuff.
Yeah. And then we also got some other ones, Branch and Bone. Braxton will be there, of course, Braxton Brewing. Braxton Brewing will have their Dark Charge Maple Breakfast.
Now, did we have that when we were there?
No. We didn't have that one.
No, we didn't have the Maple Breakfast. So you guys know the Dark Charge series. So that'll be something to try to take a look at.
That'll be fucking awesome.
That's not the special. Is that just a normal release on that one?
Well, that's not the Dark Charge are always variants when they release.
Well, no, I just meant for because like they got some of the beers where you have to be like in the VIP or they're separate. Like on the right hand column there, it tells you. That's not like a specialty thing, is it?
No, that's not a specialty one.
Okay. Because some of them are just like the connoisseur ticket or whatever they call it, and then the other one, They got some special ones that we can get, and then some for the whatever else is the quickie stations or whatever.
Yeah, like some of these say connoisseur, like Bell's, some with the open road. That's for the connoisseur station. So, but the dark charge maple will be open. Let's see, Breckenridge will be here as well. Some of the other more known ones, Cigar City will be here with some of their beers. High Life, Florida Cracker, Maduro, and the Gubarara Citra. Darkness, who we went to Darkness Grill when you guys were here, they'll be here. The Shoots will be here, and they have some interesting beers. They're going to actually have, well, that would be the connoisseur, the dissident, and a dissident with Marion Berries. But they're also going to bring their Black Butte and some other stuff there. Let's see, go down. Dogfish Head will have their 90, their 75.
The Flying Dog Raging Bitch. That's the one I want to try.
You never had that one.
I've never had that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Flying
Dog will be here for that.
Fat probably got the pearl necklace too.
Yeah, the pearl necklace one is their oyster beer. They don't have that one though here though.
Oh, okay.
Fatheads has their Strange Magic. Fatheads has some good beers. They'll have their Bumbleberry, which people love, and their Headhunter that people like as well. Fretboard, that's one of our local. Golden Road will be here. Yeah, so you'd be in bed with them. Great Lakes will be here. Now, Great Lakes will be coming in with their Beer Wolf, which is their new Dunkel. I haven't had that yet, so that sounds interesting. Green Flash, who we talked about before a few months back, but Green Flash is making a reemergence, so they're being relaunched. So they're actually going to be here with some of their beers. So it'll be interesting to see what they're doing and getting back into the beer scene. We always have Guinness, so Guinness will be here. High Grain, High Wire will be here from North Carolina, which is huge. And they're going to have their S'mores Porter, which sounds pretty good. Hoppin' Frog will be coming in. We also have, I don't think we've had Conan Brewing before, but they'll be here.
Listerman's all to be determined.
Yeah, because they don't know what they're going to bring usually until like that week for what they have batches of. But just know this, Listerman, whatever they bring is always good.
Yeah. Can't got to worry about that.
The Little Fish will be here, which does some good stuff out of Athens. Mantry will have some of their stuff. One of their ones that you guys will want to try is that barrel-aged Axis Monday Coffee Vanilla.
Ooh.
Stout. That's one you guys are going to try.
I haven't had that. I've had a couple of their other variants, but I've not had that one.
Yeah, that's one of the variants they have. I haven't had that one, but that's one of the variants they're doing this year.
Definitely got to hit that one up. I tried to print that list at work, but it all just kept printing out blank.
That's interesting. Because it should print it out.
Because every time I go to these fests, I'm like, I want to try that one. Then when I get there, and I fucking forget every time, unless I mark it down or write it down.
New Belgium will be here with their series. A lot of Voodoo Ranger here, but they will have their Nitro Cold Brew and their Creek beer, which I'm interested in seeing how that tastes as a sour. We're going to have New Holland. We'll have their Dragon's Milk White and their Dragon's Milk. And then their, I think there's only two they're bringing. Yeah. And North High, Odd 13. Odd Side Ales will be here as well.
There's a puller all the way down.
Yeah, I got to keep going back up to scroll down more. Let's see. There we go. And I haven't heard anything from Odd 13, but they're out of Colorado, which Colorado is usually good beer. Old Nation will be here for the first time with their M43 and their B43.
The B43. That's the new one, right?
Yeah, that's the brew. That's the brew.
And then Oscar Blues will be here. We'll have Platform as well and their beers. Rock Bottom. Since the last time you were here, tell you Todd and also you, Eric, we do have Brewdog downtown as well. So we have the Brewdog.
Oh yeah.
Now, Pretentious. That's a new brewery that's opening. Rogue Ales will be here with the Rogue beers, which they don't come every year, so it's nice they're going to be here for this one. Sibling Rivalry, haven't had that. Sierra Nevada will be here, including their 40th anniversary ale they just released.
The Sun King going to be there?
Let me see here. I'm going down, still getting down.
Oh, okay.
Sonder will be here, and Sonder does good beers, but that's all TBD. Southern Tier will be here. Spetzel, for people that don't know, that's Shiner out of Texas, will be here. Street Side will have
Street Side. They had some good beers at Street Side.
Sun King will be here as TBD, but they have like 5 slots for the beers they're bringing.
So last year at the next Saturday is also the big beer fest here, the Winter Warmer at the airport.
Oh yeah,
And last year when I went to that one, Sun King probably had the best beers out of all of them. Like when you go to their brewery, their stuff at the brewery is amazing, and it's stuff you only get at the brewery.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll do repeats of it, but it's like way better than any stuff they put in distro. That's why I was wondering, because at the beer fest, like the stuff they brought on tap all of it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they bring here. Sweetwater will be here, and I do want to try the Be Real Insane OG. So I've done the G13 420 beer from Sweetwater. If you guys have seen that review, I've done the Mango Kush one. I just did the 420 chocolate strain, and now they have the Be Real Insane, which is also the 420 that Be Real from Cypress Hill that they use for that one. So it's a Mexican lager type one. So I'm looking forward to trying that one. And then Taft's is local as well, but they've got a bunch of beers that'll be here. Toppling Goliath will be here, and they're going to have the Pseudo Sue and the double dry hopped Pseudo, and they also got Pompeii, which is their New England IPA. So looking forward to seeing
all very
more
good
stuff. Yeah, and the Brew Kettle does some pretty good stuff. They're here. Toxic Trogs, Two Roads Brewing will be here. Urban Artifact, who you guys have had some of their stuff, they'll have a lot of good stuff there. Victory Brewing will be here with their Golden Monkey, Sour Monkey, and Twisted Monkey. So,
we got some seltzers.
Yeah, they're at the end of the aisle. Yeah. Actually, these are the ones we had at Party Source that weren't that bad from Braxton. So, the Warped Wing will be here from Dayton. West 6 will be here. And for the people watching, still not done.
What's Warped Wing have? What are they bringing?
They're bringing their Gamma, which is an IPA, their Hydro Haze, which is a pale ale, and their Trotwood, which is their lager. And they're bringing their Whiskey Rebellion, which is doing the early emission hour we're in, which is the barrel-aged Russian stout.
Nice. I've heard a lot of good things about them. I don't think I've had anything from them, though.
Yeah, they're to date, and they do a pretty good job. We do have White Claw in the house. Ain't no laws with the claws. Wild Ohio will be here again. That's the tea beer. The Woodchuck Cidery, if you like cider in a wooden cask, which is another one of our local breweries that actually has some good stuff. So their Corruption is actually pretty decent as a barrel-aged stout, and they're doing it with New Riff this time for that one. So those are the beers that will be here. So in total, we're looking at over 400 beers that will be here for the beer review. How many of those can you actually drink in the time that takes place? That's the question, because some of those have some high ABVs on it, and trying to get too crazy, right? But I always say when you go to a beer fest, the best thing to do is get the list and highlight the ones you want, so that you know which ones to go after. And
that's what I try to do.
They'll give you a map so you can see how the layout is, so you know which direction you need to go. But because you would definitely get off course, and it's like you'll get back later like, oh, I didn't try this beer I wanted to try because you weren't prepared for it. You literally have to prepare when you go to a beer fest.
Yeah, that's why I was going to print it out. I was like, maybe next Thursday we could do like which ones do you guys want to hit, and try to all get together and make sure we get to the ones we want to get to.
Yeah, let me see here. Some comments. Eric Gilbert, the Trinity asked me to tell you, bite me. First of all, I got to cast one more day and a lot of crocheting working to do tomorrow. Later, panel chat. Later, Erie. Thanks for hanging in.
See you, Erie.
See you, Erie.
I'd bite, but better not be a Catholic priest.
Come on, Come on.
Steve, Erie, you're fine. See you, Erie. Thank you. Going back as far as the 5th century BC, Enright traces, barrels of great high-ranking Germanic ladies buried with wine strainers, spoon sieves, and ladles in hand. And the collection says, "Hey, Alan," from Richie. And close to the obvious liquor, serving devices are cauldrons, cups, and drinking horns, the meat and the maiden, the initiation of the goddess. Night all, I must do something around house before 6. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Vanessa.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Vanessa.
Thanks, Vanessa.
Nate says, see you, Vanessa. And then Nate says, hey, Richie. And do you, Rod, do you feel blessed that you've had 1,000 different brews like I've had since I can't remember? I feel like it's been a great time, especially being a beer drinker. It's like the golden age. So, yeah, I definitely feel great about being in the time of beer that we're in right now, that we're experiencing so many good things taking place. Sometimes the cauldron room contains remnants of the drink, either made of barley, always with a wide variety of herbs and fruits. And Cell Block 304 from Parkersburg, West Virginia is amazing. I have to see if I can check them out. These ladies were buried in such a way as to suggest both their respective functions as distributor of drug as well as their high social status. Though in ancient times, women brewed the beer, and if you weren't worthy, you didn't get any, right? Because the women had all the beer, and that's what mattered. But yeah, well, I think we're going to go ahead and you're ready to shut it down. So we got to all go to work tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yep.
Starting to pad off a little bit, but thanks for everybody that attended. You guys have been awesome tonight in the chat. And of course, Todd and Eric, you guys are always awesome here.
Thanks for having us, man.
Always appreciate it.
You guys are part of the show. So without you guys, there's no show. So always love that you guys want to get on here and do stuff. That being said, before we close out, you know what we got to do.
You know what we got to do, guys. All right, guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. It's stupid to drive home drunk. I'm always going to say this one more time, and if you don't get through it, I'm going to take a baseball bat to you. But if you don't, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do that stupid-ass sobriety test. They get a free ride to jail. You're going to have court fees and then possible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, you guys know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends. So put yourself 6 feet under, right? Just sleep off your buzz and get your car the next day. Take advantage of the apps on your phone. Download the Uber, the Lyft app. Use one of those two. Or if you have a local app on your phone or a local company that has a taxi service, download that app because the little $20, $30, $40 you spend is better than $10,000 plus that you're going to be spending if you get caught. And if I find out you're doing it, I'm going to take a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire to your knees, your elbows, and maybe any other extremity because it's stupid to do it, guys. All right, just do not do it.
Right, because we do these things because we care, and as we all know, you got to be safe out there. And
don't be like the White Claw guy and taking your White Claw and throwing up against a wall and try to be a badass either. Don't do that.
What if you drink a White Claw? You can never, ever be a badass. Never can you be a badass if you drink a White Claw.
And you can't pretend it either.
No.
And as they found out, there are laws with claws. So, that being said, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys all here. It's been fun as well. Scout said to have fun. That's what it's all about. And we look forward to catching up with you guys next week, if not before. And we will catch you then. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.